Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
Filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Alumni Roofing is a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. Located in Lexington, Ohio, providing service to much of north central Ohio, including the greater metropolitan areas of Columbus, Cleveland, and Akron. Preventive maintenance program, roof health assessment, storm damage assessment, roof replacement, roof restoration, and more. Call 419-884-9715 and mention this ad to receive a free thermal scan and a full roof health assessment. Alumni Roofing would like to give a shout-out to the Fredericktown High School Band Program.
Cunningham Insurance in Mount Vernon on Worcester Road deals with autos, renters, farms, small contractors, motorcycles, boats, and small businesses.
Wait, did you say farmers and small contractors?
Yes, Cunningham Insurance covers it all. Contact an agent now by calling 740-397-7038 and visit online at CunninghamInsuranceLTD.com. Cunningham Insurance covers it all. 740-397-7038, your Grange independent agent.
Howard Hilton Grill, just east of Apple Valley on Coshocton Road, has a casual, cozy atmosphere, offering comfort food and good times. Open daily from 10 in the morning to 1 a.m., now adding Sunday morning breakfast at 8 a.m. The Howard Hilton also recently added on an outdoor tiki bar seating patio option with big screen TV. Stop by and enjoy great tastes like the Hilton Burger or enjoy Taco Tuesdays at the Howard Hilton in Howard. That's the Howard Hilton, 740-599-2337.
Extreme Air LLC is your Carrier HVAC dealer. With financing available and testimonials on the website, you can see why Extreme Air is exactly that, extreme. Servicing, installing, and repairing all makes and models to give you the heat and cool you deserve. Servicing good old Knox County and surrounding communities. Check them out online at extremeairllc.com. That's the letter X, extremeairllc.com. 740-403-1901, where service is not a business, it's a lifestyle.
Miller Electrical Solutions is your local electrical service provider for residential, commercial, and industrial needs. Did you know they also provide home service upgrades as well as surveillance cameras for both personal and commercial customers? For your free estimate or for true 24/7 service, call 740-504-2004. That's Miller Electrical Solutions, providing Knox and surrounding counties with electrical professionalism.
Hi, I'm Jen Foray from Starting Point, a place where teens, young adults, and parents looking for a place to belong can come to experience caring, non-judgmental support. We offer free personalized education, counseling, STI, STD testing and treatment, along with mentoring for healthy relationships and unexpected pregnancy. All programs and services are completely free, with no income restrictions or requirements, and no insurance required. Visit knoxstartingpoint.com because Starting Point is here for everyone.
And welcome in to week number 10 on WNVO's Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Covers Electric Plumbing and Construction. I'm Kyle Kerster along with Austin Maurice in the booth. And Austin, tonight we got a matchup for what seems to be a perennial every year battle between Fredericktown and Centerburg. They always bring it to each other. It's just kind of a right down the road little rivalry that we have here. last 19 years are coming in with a very strong 9 wins by Centerburg, 10 wins by Fredericktown. So what do we expect to see out here tonight? Both teams coming in pretty much battling for fourth in the KMAC.
Yeah, well, so you got two teams here that are both in the same position this season. Both teams are sitting here at 4-5 overall. Both teams are actually 3-3 in the KMAC. But both of them have kind of come into this with a little bit different techniques, so kind of different methods, I suppose you could say. So Centerburg's been pretty streaky. Centerburg will have these 2 or 3 games win streak, 2 or 3 game lose streak. They can't seem to, sync things together, get things going, and consistently play at the level that their coach believes that they could. As far as Fredericktown, they are a back and forth, win one, lose one, win one, lose one for pretty much the duration of this season. And so it'll be interesting to kind of see as far as that goes, which one's able to break that streak. For Fredericktown, they're looking for they're looking to kind of make a 2-win streak. They won last week. They actually played against the Pirates at Cardington, and they took that one 38-16. It was kind of an offensive explosion for them. Centerburg, on the other hand, they took a tough loss last week, 48-7 to Northmore. So they're going to be looking to rebound from that.
The other thing you got to look at tonight for Fredericktown, it's senior night. A lot of these kids, strong senior class, leading them out on the field, want to make their presence known. Finish that season. It didn't go the way they were maybe hoping all along, but you end up with 500 record overall in the season. You end up with a winning record inside the KMAC. Those are kind of things as a senior that you're looking for out here on this field, and it's going to be one of those games that it's really going to come down to that effort due to the fact that it's been raining all day. Going to continue to rain probably till around halftime in this game tonight, and so you're going to have to see how the turnovers happen, what kind of effect that's going to have on their ability to play their game. As Fredericktown likes to get the ball in the air as well. They're not just kind of a one-dimensional type of team, and the rain's going to play effect for that.
Yeah, like you said, Fredericktown, they kind of do a few different things. Now, if Fredericktown's playing if they're playing winning football for them this season, they do have a good run game. They got to get that established, and with the air is wet, it's nasty out. It could be tricky. There could be some intermittent rain coming. So, as much as you want to get that pass game involved, you want to start it off with a good run game to kind of get things going there and establish that presence in the run game. As far as in the passing game for them, they have some weapons. Last week, Gavin Toombs got in on the action with a touchdown. Grant Hartley was in there for one. Blake Sipes, he's a sophomore this year. He's been doing a pretty good job. He's a younger kid that's been playing. He's been getting some good experience and stuff like that. But like you said, it's senior night, so you want to see those seniors really step up. This could be the last time that they ever touch the field, so they want to make a good impression as they kind of head their way out of town.
And that's one of those things also on a night like tonight, as you're looking at this, is Centerburg comes in here, you want to ruin that. I mean, that was always our mission on a goal as we were going, throughout our senior season. You want to ruin everybody else's senior night. That was the whole reason you were going there first night. And with the rivalry that these two teams have had over the years, that brings that added little extra energy into the game. You know what I mean? Where the fans are a little bit more into it, the kids are a little bit more into it. They're used to seeing each other for 4 years, and they really kind of want to get that last little bit. Look over the last couple seasons, it's tilted a little bit more towards Centerburg's favor. They've had the victories, I want to say, past 3, maybe even 4 years in a row now against Fredericktown. But overall, like I said, for the past 19 years, you were looking at two teams that pretty much were even with each other. You had 9 wins for Centerburg, 10 wins for Fredericktown. So it's a rival that overall you look at on paper and you're like, okay, these two teams are going to play well together. But then when you go look at the scores, out of the last 19 years, only about 4 or 5 of those games are within 10 points. That's going to be interesting to see if that continues to play out here tonight, because that could turn into a game where, as a senior, either you're enjoying your last night or it's getting really miserable.
Absolutely, yeah. And like you're saying, kind of building off of that thing about the seniors, you have Jesse Rings, who is a senior. He wants to end it off strong.
Exactly. So we're going to take a break here as you're listening to Coverage Electric Plumbing Construction Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Financial Services would like to wish the best of luck to all student athletes. It's a privilege to represent your school, and the life lessons will be carried on throughout your career. Please remember to thank your parents, coaches, and all the people behind the scenes that make each sport possible. Spearman Financial Services, financial plans that last a lifetime.
Securities offered through Valmark Securities Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Valmark Advisors Incorporated, SEC registered investment advisor. Spearman Financial Services is a separate entity from Valmark Securities Incorporated and Valmark Advisors Incorporated. Past performances cannot guarantee future results. One cannot invest directly in an index. UIS Insurance and Investments protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing the best coverage and service possible. UIS Insurance and Investment supports area schools and communities with local offices in Northwest and Central Ohio and Southeast Michigan. For more information, go to uisprotect.com, and that's uisprotect.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
Utica Feed and Hardware offers a wide range of services to our clients. With a grain elevator, you'll be loaded up and off on your way in no time. We have formulated feed mixes for livestock as well. If you're in need of plumbing, electrical, paints, lawn and garden supplies, we have you covered. Located in Utica at 138 Church Street, 740-892-3831. Utica Feed and Hardware, 740-892-3831.
Great news, Central Ohio. Foster's Pharmacy offers daily dose packaging, which are convenient and simple. It's truly personalized care you're looking for. It just starts with a call to get started. Take the hassle out of your medications. Call 740-392-0911. Foster's Health Mart Pharmacy, caring for you and about you.
Fabulous night for some football here in Ohio as the weather is just absolutely perfect for this time of October. I know Austin is extremely excited about it as the band did a great rendition of our national anthem there. And Austin, coming into tonight, you're looking at this game. You know, both these teams aren't looking at that postseason, so there's a little bit of a difference on their viewpoint currently at this time. But as we were talking prior going into the break, you got a lot of seniors out there really wanting to make a name for themselves, or not a name for themselves, but, you know, stamp on the end of their season as their last 4 years or 3 years has gone through. It'll be interesting to see tonight which team grabs that momentum first. You know, usually in a game like this, they try to get an understanding of each other first. It's back and forth, they battle a little bit, and then one of the teams catches a break, they're able to get into the game and get things taken care of. Which one's going to grab that first and who's going to be able to take care of that?
Right, yeah, there's going to be a lot on the line here for Jesse Rings. I really think he's going to want to try and find a way to kind of stamp. He hasn't lost against Fredericktown yet as the Centerburg quarterback, so he's really going to want to kind of make that lasting remark as I went in there, I won every year that I played against them. I didn't let him get me, and last week against Northmore, he had a tough go of it. I mean, he only had 49 yards passing. He did throw 2 interceptions, and had 15 carries for 52 yards. It was a struggle for him. And so he's going to want to end on a higher note than where he was last week. And in order to do that, he's going to have to get things going with Isaiah Sewell, who's a big playmaker for them. He's a big-time player for them. If they're rolling, Sewell is touching the ball, and he's kind of making things happen. So he's going to be a big impact player for them. You got to get Mason Turris getting going. Trevin Harris as well is a name that would be great to see. That's a junior. He's a 6'2", 180-pound junior. It'd be great to see him kind of get in on the action as well.
And as you look out on the field here, you can already see kind of in both the middle of the field that the water is starting to stand. You've got a little bit of dirt, and the grass has been churned up as you're week 10 now into this season, and every week you're getting games played out here on this field. How that comes into play. I mean, I remember games like this being, you know, obviously was more athletic than you needed to be at my size, but it slows everybody down. You don't have the ability to cut left and right. You don't have the ability to make those swift moves. So the running backs are a little bit more need of the power game. The speed game goes away, and now you're really kind of evening the playing field. And that comes down to then who's got the more will and who's got the more grit. And as you said, if you're Centerburg, you're looking 3 years strong. No way in the world as a senior class are you trying to end it on a bad note, or you trying to find some way to go out and not get that fourth and final win. And so they're going to be bringing it with a lot of energy that way. And on the other side of the field with Fredericktown, they all know that. Those kids all know that. The seniors have seen it and dealt with it, and they're looking at themselves thinking, okay, what do we got to do now? How are we going to make this happen? How are we going to get this to work? So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out here on the field as they get ready to take just kind of an overall attachment to this game in their senior season, the rivalry they've had, and how many years they've gone back and forth right now with one team winning every year, the other team not, and these seniors walking into their final class. So we're going to step away for one last break before we get out here for the opening kickoff. You're listening to the Cubbage Electric Plumbing Construction on WNVO.
Sinks are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Now Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction. 740-627-8004.
The end of summer is a perfect time to upgrade to some new furniture, and Licking Knox Goodwill retail stores have new furniture for prices you can't beat. New sectionals and sofas, new recliners, kitchen tables, and bedroom sets. The same new furniture you can get from a chain store, but at even better prices. Now to the end of August, buy one new piece of furniture, get the second piece for 50% off. Going on now at any of the Licking Knox Goodwill retail stores. Some exclusions may apply. See Goodwill stores for details.
Your family, the car that you bought when you were 18, the house you turned into a home. UIS Insurance and Investments protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. As an independent insurance agency, UIS Insurance and Investments is able to design a custom policy that's unique to you and assures that all things you love are safe and sound. For more information, go to uisprotect.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
New boyfriend or just friend? LOL or OMG? Call, text, or email. Mom. These days, keeping up with your child can be puzzling. But when it comes to straightening your child's smile, you can rest assured that an orthodontist can solve the puzzle. Only orthodontists have an additional 2 to 3 years of education beyond dental school to become specialists in straightening and aligning teeth. So get it right. See the specialist.
See your local orthodontic specialist, Weigel Orthodontics. Visit weigelorthodontics.com.
Welcome back in as we are
Veterans
getting ready
serving
here
veterans.
for our
That's
game
what we do
between
here at Knox
Fredericktown
County
and Centerburg. And one of the key stats that we're going to have to watch for is the quarterback, Sipes.
Yeah, Sipes last week was absolutely on fire against Cardington. He was 7 for 14, 128 yards, 3 touchdowns. Did have an interception, but he also went ahead and rushed for a touchdown last week, so he accounted for 4 in total. I think as much as this is going to be a senior-led game to end this season, he's going to want to try and make that impact and see if the future can be bright for the Freddies with him kind of showing his mark and in this season strong and kind of heading into next year with that confidence that he's going to be able to take down and lead the Freddies to a better year next year than where they were this year. And that's what we'll find out after this last break as the sophomore able to trump the seniors as you're listening to Cubbage Electric Plumbing Instruction Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Alumni Roofing is a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. Located in Lexington, Ohio, providing service to much of north central Ohio, including the greater metropolitan areas of Columbus, Cleveland, and Akron. Preventive maintenance programs, roof health assessment, storm damage assessment, roof replacement, roof restoration, and more. Call 419-884-9715 and mention this ad to receive a free thermal scan and a full roof health assessment. Alumni Roofing would like to give a shout-out to the Fredericktown High School Band Program.
Well, if you had 53 and rainy on your bingo card, then you won dinner tonight, as that is the weather and temperature here as we get ready for kickoff. Centerburg will be kicking off to Fredericktown as they will be kicking left to right. Centerburg wearing their all-white uniforms and gray helmets, as Fredericktown wearing their crimson red and silver bullet helmets. I mean, it's gives you a feel of like some team. I don't, almost like that deja vu moment where you feel like you've seen something like that, but you know what I mean, Austin? You understand?
Yeah. There's, it's not who you're talking about, but almost like a Tampa Bay Buccaneers kind of vibe in there a little bit.
Okay.
Which, ironically enough, they're pretty much sitting in the same spot right now. I think they're a 500 team, so maybe some similarities there. Maybe Baker Mayfield could make an impact on this game.
Now, there's a name drop for you. So now they're finally getting set here as the clock is winding down with the pregame festivities on senior night, as we get ready for week number 10 here on the Cubbage Electric Plumbing Instruction Friday Night Lights.
See if Daniel LeMaster can kind of pin them back here and kind of get that good field position started early for Centerburg.
So the official blows the whistle. They come set. He gets his right foot into it. It's a low end-over-end kick. Going to take a bounce and be picked up at about the 5. It's bobbled there, and he's going to take it at about the 10. He's up to the 15. He gets hit at the 15, tries to get out of that, and that's when reinforcements arrive. And he'll go down there at about the 16-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Fredericktown inside their own territory.
Yeah, it looked like Grant Hartley there trying to get some space and make something happen, but I think if you're Centerburg, that's kind of what you were hoping for right there, kind of pin the Freddies down back in their zone and kind of make it, they got to pretty much march down the whole field, right outside the 20, but if you're Fredericktown here, you really want to make a good impact. You really want to kind of, set your footing for the start of this game if you can and try and show that your offense is here to play tonight.
So Blake Sipes comes set from the huddle, shotgun formation. He'll have one on his right hip. As he takes a snap, he's going to follow him right off that right side, and he's got a crease, but he stumbles as he'll trip up at about the 20-yard line, fall forward to the 24, and it'll be 2nd down there.
Yeah, like we said right before the game kicked off, Blake Sipes, that's a name that you're going to hear obviously a lot tonight. Not only is he the quarterback, but feels almost kind of like an impromptu running back at times, too. He's running all over the field, accounting for touchdowns left and right. And the interesting thing is he's a sophomore, so if you're a Fredericktown Freddy fan, you're excited for the future with him at QB. You still got 2 more years of this young man to kind of see how he can kind of develop and where he can take this team.
Under center he goes, I formation, turns, hands it off. It's going to be a dive off that right side. He's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage. And he tried to spin out of it, but I don't think he was able to get any more real estate coverage on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, Centerburg line was able to kind of hold right there and kind of get the Freddies in a position here where they're going to have to try and convert this 3rd down and 3. If you're the Freddies, you do have a few different options here. 3rd down and 4, I'm sorry. But you do have a few different options for the Freddies right here. You can try and see if you can air something out for the first time tonight and see what options you have out there. But again, keep in mind, this footing's going to be tough tonight. So it's going to be tough to make plays, tough to make cuts.
Empty backfield for Sipes. This is going to be a shotgun formation. Man in motion from right to left. As he takes a snap, he's going to roll. He's got time. He's looking downfield. He's got his man there at the 30. He's going to spin out of a tackle up to about the 31-yard line, and that's when the reinforcements arrive, and he goes down. So that should be enough for a 1st down and a strong throw there by Sipes to get that reception.
Yeah, it was a great catch there by Hartley as well, kind of getting open, giving his quarterback some relief there and kind of some space to be able to get the ball out there and try and get that 1st down, and that's a great start if you're the Freddies. You didn't want to get that quick 3 and out. You didn't want to start out that way. You wanted to try and establish some sort of offensive pressure here on this first drive.
So 1st and 10 as the ball comes to rest at about the 30-yard line. As the officials will switch it out here now, get a less slippery ball on the field.
Yeah, and that part of the field right there, it looks real muddy, real tough. It could be interesting tonight, kind of seeing how they play through that.
So shotgun formation for the Freddies. 2 split right, 1 near side left. It's going to be a high snap. He's going to take it. He's going to go off that right side, and he gets hit again right at that line of scrimmage. Great job there defensively for Centerburg of just breaking down and maintaining their composure and taking them for a gain of maybe 2.5.
Yeah, and right off the bat here, you can kind of see Sipes has already taken a few hits, none of them major, but over the toll of a game, over the length of a game, that can really start to wear him down a little bit. And again, he's a huge part of this offense, not only because he's the quarterback, but just his playmaking, his decision-making, and his elusiveness make him a real weapon.
So it's going to be shotgun formation again as Sipes takes a direct snap. He's going to be off that left side. He's got a huge crease out up to the 50. He's going to be out inside of the 40, and he'll get pushed out of bounds there as the defender for Centerburg was able to track him down, but not before he picked up a huge 1st down deep inside of Centerburg territory. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, it's great vision there by Sipes to kind of see that spot open on the left and kind of get out there and kind of get moving. That's a huge gain for them, and that's a big play. Gets them kind of into enemy territory for the first time tonight. And if you're the Centerburg defense here, you got to kind of find a way to slow the game down. You see where the weapon is. You see where the problems are. You know, I'm not saying stack that front, but at the same time, you kind of see where you're getting beat.
Shotgun formation again. It's going to be a man in motion from right to left. He's going to get it on a jet sweep, and again, he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage, as I believe that was Toombs on the carry. And a good job again by the defensive line of maintaining their lanes and taking them down.
Man, Gavin Toombs, he's going to be a weapon that'll be interesting to kind of see here tonight. He's not only a threat in kind of short yardage situations, but at 6'5", 220, he's a tight end that imposes a really difficult. It's hard to find an answer for him. He's tall. Those jump balls are a good play for him. Those short yardage gains, but he's also got some power behind him, so he can kind of drive his way through that line when he wants to as well.
So again, shotgun formation. 2 split far right, 1 to the left. As Sipes takes it, he's going to turn, hand it off. It's going to be Bellman up that middle across the 40, and he'll fall forward across the 35 to about the 34-yard line, and that'll be a nice gain on second down to bring up a third and about 1 or 2.
Yeah, it was a great gain right there. That's kind of establishing that inner presence. I think this is a team in Fredericktown that they can go wide, they can stretch you out, they can kind of make some things, but to establish that presence on the inside and kind of wear down that line, it's going to be something they're going to want to do quite a bit tonight if they can. It's going to reap a lot of rewards as we get later into this game, especially with the sloppy conditions.
So shotgun formation on third down. 2 split left, 1 to the right as he takes a direct snap to Sipes. He tries to go right up the middle. He gets hit hard, and we got Laundry as well on the field. So we'll see what that's going to be as a potential hold there at the spot of the flag.
Yeah, it could be, if that's holding on the offense, that could be rough. It kind of messes with that momentum a little bit. It's been a good drive for the Freddies, yeah.
Holding it is, as that's the call on the field by the head official. So that's going to move them back 10 yards from the spot. And it'll make it third down and now 11. So not only did you not manage to get a first down on a third and short, and you got smacked in the mouth because that was a hard hit at the line of scrimmage. Now the insult on top, they put the little salt in the wound, as they say. You got a 10-yard on that, and you got to redo it again.
Yeah, you got to kind of dig into the playbook a little bit here and see what you got for an 11-yarder if you got one in there.
We'll see.
Try and keep this drive rolling.
So I formation this time. He's under center. Sipes takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to turn. He's going to look for his tight end out of the backfield. Tipped ball. He gets it on the reception. But it's still not going to be enough as he gets back to about the 36-yard line before he goes down. And it'll make it fourth down and about 5 now inside of Centerburg territory. Pretty much go for it territory.
Yeah, it looked like that was Eliza Roush that ended up coming down with that ball. That was a kind of nice attention to the detail right there. Kind of see that ball pop up and make sure to keep his eye on it, kind of keep that play alive.
So it's going to be fourth down. We're going to call it 5 as the ball sits right about the 46.5-yard line on the far side of the field. We got 7:48 to go here in the first quarter. Our score is 0-0 as Fredericktown plays host to Centerburg here on Cubbage Electric Plumbing Instruction Friday Night Lights. Shotgun formation, 2 left, 1 to the right. As Sipes takes the snap, it's going to be a sweep off that left side. He's going to try to turn the corner, and it looked like he lost a little bit of the old momentum as he went into the defender there, and they were able to stop him about a yard and a half short, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, the officials are looking at it still, so don't take my old eyes for it. We'll see. Oh, they're going to give it to him.
Wow, that's big time. What a shift right there. As you can hear from the crowd, it kind of gets them back into it, keeps this drive alive. That's a big break for them right there that he ended up picking that up.
And we're going to have a timeout from the far sideline here for a second, folks, so just bear with us here. I believe the coaching staff for Centerburg is wanting to understand how you're going to say it's good when it looks like it needs measured. I think that may be what he's asking for currently at this time as the officials get together here on the near sideline. The chains are on the far sideline. And so they're looking about 40 yards across field there trying to get it.
Yeah, and regardless of if they end up getting that measure or not, you kind of get an impromptu timeout here if you're Centerburg to kind of let that defense rest, regather, and the coach can even kind of huddle them over and say, all right, this is what we're seeing early. These are some of the issues. Obviously, Sipes is a problem. And kind of see if we can figure out any ideas on what to do to maybe slow him down a little bit. So far, it doesn't look like that sloppy turf has kind of messed him up too much. He's made some good moves out there.
He has, and they've done a great job of kind of spreading it out, not just going one-dimensional right up the middle with him. They've got him inside, they've got him outside, and he's had a lot of success in both areas. As the officials get it out, and it is going to be good. So I don't know if it's the tilt of the field or what it is from Centerburg's side back across the field, but They don't seem to agree still. It's going to still be a first down, though, for Fredericktown. They're going to keep the drive alive, and they're going to get an extra opportunity here as the ball now sits 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line as we get ready here to resume action. 7:17 to go in the first quarter. Our score is 0-0. And now we're ready to rock and roll. Shotgun formation, one far right and one near side left. As Sipes takes the handoff, he's going to follow his blocker off that right side. We got another flag down, as we'll probably have another holding. As we'll see here what the officials come with, and it is going to be another holding, and I believe it's going to be on the same player for Centerburg or Fredericktown.
Yeah, that's a tough break right there. That's two real momentum killers back to back. Now, they managed to make it happen when they were in that 3rd and 11 down there earlier, but this is another task right here, because now you find yourself in what I believe is going to be 1st and 20, maybe. So now you find yourself with what feels like a mile to have to gain.
Well, the good thing you got to remember, especially for a young quarterback, is you don't need it all in one play.
Sure.
You know, you're not Gary. You can't get it all back in one foul swoop. Small chunks here. So shotgun formation, 3 right, 1 to the left. As Sipes takes the snap, he's going to keep it himself straight up the middle. He's got a huge grace down across the 30. And he'll fall down right about the 25-yard line. And good for you, young man. Go ahead and get yourself some 15.
Yeah, it looked like he listened to you up here and said, I can't get all that in one play. What if I do? How about that? Maybe you came up a little bit short, but like you said, 15-yard game right there. That's a big-time play. It's easy to see, at least off the bat right here, what the game plan is for the Freddies, at least to start. They know they have a weapon in Sipes. They know that he's tough to slow down, and they're not going to stop using him until they see some resistance.
High formation. Sipes turns to hands it off. He fumbles it, so he's going to keep it himself, and even then he's got luck on his side as he gets across the 20, and he'll get upended at about the 17-yard line. And that's just one of those things where you were watching it in the game. I've seen this before. Some things just go your way, and right now everything's going Sipes' way.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought he did it on purpose. I thought it was a distraction technique. He's on such a roll on this drive or whatever. I was starting to think that maybe he did that. Maybe he knew something I didn't.
Well, I'm sure he probably does, but that has nothing to do with anything on the game right here, my young man. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Freddies as they're now inside the red zone. Shotgun formation, 2 split out far side right as he's got 1 near side left with him. Sipe takes snap. He's going to follow it off that left side. He's going to get hit in the backfield, and this time he is going to go no more. That was a good job there defensively by Centerburg wrapping him up.
Yeah, there was just no space to move right there. He tried seeing if he could kind of get something going up the middle, and Centerburg was able to kind of close him in right there. He's elusive, though. When you think you have him wrapped up, there's times when he'll break out and kind of get those yards. So that was a nice containment job right there. Kind of, don't really want to understate what Centerburg was able to do on that one stop. But you got to find a way to make this repetitive. You got to keep it going.
So we'll see here, shotgun formation, 3 right, 1 near side left. Sipes takes the snap. He's going to go off that right side, a little sweep, and again, he gets hit in the backfield. A good job, I believe, number 20 again on that tackle as he was shot up on the linebacker for the blitz and stopped him in the backfield.
Yeah, and again, as good as Sipes is, as good as you know he is heading into this game, you can't get too one-dimensional with him. You got to make sure to make that defense think. You got to make sure to kind of spread him out. And it looks like at least on these last 2 plays, Centerburg's done a good job. This could be a good chance to kind of get somebody like Toombs into it a little bit, or maybe hand off to Bellman and kind of see what he can get.
And that was House on the tackle there for Centerburg. So it's going to be shotgun formation, 3 left, 1 split out far side right. As Sipes takes the snap, turns, he's going to fake the handoff, roll to his right. He's looking for Toombs. He's going to look for another receiver deep in the backfield. We've got a flag down on the near sideline at about the 17-yard line, and the ball falls incomplete, out of bounds on the play, as just overshot his receiver right kind of about the front corner of the end zone.
Yeah, I didn't see what the penalty was. It was in the area of Elijah Roush. He was on the ground, and the ball wasn't even close to him. I don't know if there was some sort of legal contact over there or what happened.
Looked like somebody ended up on their back that may not have meant to be, and it's going to be a holding penalty on the defense, and that's huge. So that's going to be an automatic first down. And you had been kind of watching it here on the near sideline. The defender, I believe, as you said, Roush is just doing a very aggressive man coverage. He's pressing tight. He's getting right on that line of scrimmage. And I think right there he may have gotten a little excited, as if he had heard the ice cream truck and got caught for the holding.
There's a little change in the tide as far as the penalty game goes. So far, it's kind of been all against the Freddies, but that's one right there where Centerburg kind of slipped up, and an offense in Fredericktown that's really, crafted a pretty effective drive right here. They've done a good job burning the clock down some already, but also, maintaining possession of the ball, not really giving Centerburg the opportunity to get it. And the penalty right there just kind of prolongs this drive.
So it keeps it third down, though. So it's going to be third down and about 2 as they go under center with an I formation. Sipes takes the handoff. He turns, hands it off. It's fumbled, and he falls on top of it. But they're going to lose yardage as that's going to push the ball back to the 15-yard line and make it fourth down.
Yeah, now that makes it to a tough spot right there. Even if you get no yardage right there, you're at least 4th and 2 with another realistic attempt. Now all of a sudden you find yourself back probably closer to 4th and 6, 4th and 7, something like that, which now it kind of expands the ideas of what you got to kind of try and do right here. All of a sudden, Sipes running up the middle doesn't really feel like it.
And they're going to take a timeout, so we're going to take a timeout too. As you're listening to the Coverage Electric Plumbing Instruction, Friday Night Lights on WNBO.
Cunningham Insurance in Mount Vernon on Worcester Road deals with autos, renters, farms, small contractors, motorcycles, boats, and small businesses.
Wait, did you say farmers and small contractors?
Yes, Cunningham Insurance covers it all. Contact an agent now by calling 740-397-7038 and visit online at CunninghamInsuranceLTD.com. Cunningham Insurance covers it all. 740-397-7038, your Grange independent agent.
As we come back to action out of the timeout, Fredericktown staring down a 4th and 8 as the ball is inside the red zone at the 15-yard line. As they took a timeout, kind of talk about this situation is it's really been kind of a 2-step forward, 1 step back, 1 step forward, 1 step back. They're struggling to find consistency, as you talked about a little bit earlier on the defensive side. Fredericktown's experiencing that on the same thing, so we'll see if they were able to get that situated in the timeout here as the officials are still having a conversation over top the football. Now they've come to agreement that chocolate milk is the better version of milk. Shotgun formation now as they got 3 split out far side right. 1 in the backfield is going to be Roush with Sipes as he takes the snap. He's going to roll out to the right. He's got time. He's looking downfield. He's got plenty of time as he looks. He's going to throw into the middle of the field to Toombs, and I believe he's got it. He does. That's Bellman. Touchdown, Freddies.
Great vision there by Sipes. He had a guy open right in front of him to the right, but he ended up taking the bigger play. That was a great catch there by Trevor Bellman to kind of get that ball and snag it in. Secure 6 points for Fredericktown. That's a great drive for them. It started off real hot, but like you said, there was some kind of sputtering down that second half. Some penalties their way. That Centerburg penalty the other way also played a big role in that, but that was a great drive for the Freddies to kind of burn some clock right there, but at the same time kind of show that the offense came to play a little bit tonight. Sipes looks good.
So Hartley will get lined up here for the extra point as the snap is back, the kick is up, kick is good. So our score is 7, Fredericktown, nothing, Centerburg with 3:58 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Coverage Electric Plumbing Construction, Friday Night Lights.
Howard Hilton Grill, just east of Apple Valley on Coshocton Road, has a casual, cozy atmosphere, offering comfort food and good times. Open daily from 10 in the morning to 1 a.m., now adding Sunday morning breakfast at 8 a.m. The Howard Hilton also recently added on an outdoor tiki bar seating patio option with big screen TV. Stop by and enjoy great tastes like the Hilton Burger or enjoy Taco Tuesdays at the Howard Hilton in Howard. That's the Howard Hilton, 740-599-2337.
Extreme Air LLC is your Carrier HVAC dealer. With financing available and testimonials on the website, you can see why Extreme Air is exactly that, extreme. Servicing, installing, and repairing all makes and models to give you the heat and cool you deserve. Servicing good old Knox County and surrounding communities. Check them out online at extremeairllc.com. That's the letter X, extremeairllc.com. 740-403-1901, where service is not a business, it's a lifestyle.
Well, if you think rain's going to stop you from passing, it's not going to hurt the Freddies, as they were able to get their first scoring touchdown on a nice pass play from Sipes to Bellman as they get ready now for the kickoff. As the ball's teed up at the 40, he's going to approach, he's going to get his foot into it. End over end kick's going to come up short at about the 20, taken there across the 25, back to the middle of the field. He's going to stutter step there in the mud across the 30, find a crease at the 35, 40. It's going to be a foot race down the sideline as he's going to be at the 40, 30, 20. He's got get away from mob because I got extra food speed. Touchdown, Centerburg.
Just like that, one of the names that Centerburg really revolves their offense around, Isaiah Sewell. He doesn't even need to play an offensive snap. Special teams gets it done. That's a big-time return to get those points right back on the board. Methodical drive there from Fredericktown in the last drive. And all of a sudden, Centerburg says, no big deal. We'll just run it back in one fell swoop and get this game back to just about not up. Let's see if they go for it here, though. No, looks like they're going to kick it.
That was just an absolutely beautiful return there. Good job of setting it up, allowing his blockers to get the crease for him, and then just taking care of business after that. As the snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. So our score is Fredericktown 7, Centerburg 7. You're listening to Cubbage Electric Plumbing Construction Friday Night Lights on WNBO.
Style. Miller Electrical Solutions is your local electrical service provider for residential, commercial, and industrial needs. Did you know they also provide home service upgrades as well as surveillance cameras for both personal and commercial customers? For your free estimate or for true 24/7 service, call 740-504-2004. That's Miller Electrical Solutions, providing Knox and surrounding counties with electrical professionalism.
As you needed some kind of answer, that's exactly what Sewell gave you there on that play. As that was a brilliant, I'm going to call it about an 84.5-yard touchdown return by that young man to answer the touchdown drive by the Freddies. And he's got us squared up again 7-7 here in the first quarter with 3:43 to go.
Yeah, I'm glad you gave him the extra half yard because 84 just wouldn't have done that credit. The 84.5 was the big, to me that was the key there. But yeah, that's a big-time response by Centerburg to answer back on a pretty long, methodical Fredericktown drive and really just show that they were able to get that back there real quick. And now all of a sudden, an offense for Fredericktown that was out there for a while, grinding away, they're going to have to go back out there and find a way to answer.
Indeed they are, and so is that defense, which may be the double-edged sword here. As the kickoff is high, end over end, and is going to bounce at about the 10 and be picked up at about the 5. He's going to be out to the 10, take it across the middle of the field at the 15, and he's going to get hit there, fall forward to about the 23-yard line. And that's where they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Yeah, pretty similar starting field position to where they were the last time around. I think they might have gotten an extra 5 yards on that return, something like that. But like you said, it was a good point that you brought up. This defense was out there for a while playing the same game that Fredericktown offense was. And so they had their struggles on that first drive. You could see some penalties. You could see some wearing down a little bit. And all of a sudden, they're back out there. As great as it was to score quick, all of a sudden they're back out there to do it again.
So shotgun formation, one right, 3 to the left. He's going to take the snap, turn. He's going to hand it off. It's going to be a dive off that right side, and he's got nowhere to go as he will get thrown down to the ground unceremoniously at the end of the play. Hartley took a little exception, or I believe that was Roush on the carry that took a little exception to that, but no flag.
Yeah, I kind of understand a little bit of where that frustration was. Felt like the play was kind of over. Felt like that wasn't necessary, and it's not the most pleasant surface to get tossed down onto tonight. So see if his next run is a little bit extra oomph behind it.
So this time it's going to be an empty backfield for Sipes. He's going to have 2 split to the near side left, 3 split out right. Takes the snap. He's going to go off that right side. He's going to stutter step through the hole, and a good job there defensively at the last minute, getting his arms in there, wrapping him up. I believe number 20 again. Yep, that's Tommy House is getting in there, and I mean, it sounds like a dad joke. It's too good not to take a hold of. It's just literally wrecking the house.
Fantastic.
Thank you. I think Gary just quit. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down, and we're going to call it about 11 as the ball rests on the far sideline. Shotgun formation. Sipes takes a snap. He's going to roll out. He's going to look to the left side and overshot his receiver. Looked like there was a little bit of traffic. Some feet got caught up as no flag came down, and it's going to be incomplete and bring out 4th down and probably the punt team.
Yeah, that offense there for Fredericktown looked a little stagnant. Didn't really look like they could find an answer. That was a good response there from Centerburg, though, to kind of, shut that drive down before it really got going. I think that was part of the last drive that Fredericktown had. Sipes got going early and all of a sudden was getting the ball moving in the right direction. Right there, he didn't really get even much of an opportunity to start. And so felt like kind of some limited options there for Sipes. Not a ton of diversity in that play calling, but
Jordan Moore will do the punting duties as he gets a snap. He gets a high, nice spiral kick. It's going to drive about to a 50-yard line, take a Fredericktown bounce inside that 50 to about the 47. And there it will come to rest, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Centerburg with 2:13 to go here in the first quarter. Our score is 7-7, and this is a game where, okay, you saw both teams get the ball. That was impressive. I mean, you got a great drive out of Fredericktown. You got an amazing return out of Centerburg. Fredericktown got the ball back. The defense showed, okay, we made a little bit of adjustment here. Got you on the 3 and out. Now, can their defense, who's first seeing this offense, make that same adjustment? So 1st and 10 as they come out in the huddle, or out of the huddle in a shotgun formation. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. As man in motion from left to right. Takes a snap, turns, looks, rings, gets to the outside. He's got a receiver there at about the 46-yard line of Fredericktown. And he goes down there, a nice gain of about 7.
A little senior-to-senior connection right there with Tursk on the reception. That was a nice little gain. And, yeah, first chance we've really seen to see Rings kind of behind in that spot as the QB and kind of see, again, this could be his final game of his career. So you're going to want to see him go out on a high note.
Shotgun formation again. Man in motion from left to right once again as Rings takes a snap, turns, hands it off. He's going to get hit in the backfield of Sewell, and he goes down for a loss of about 3. So while he may be able to return kickoffs, his running ability still needs to be displayed.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was not much really going right there. And all of a sudden now, if you're Centerburg, you're at risk of a quick 3 and out in this offense that hasn't even gotten a chance to really get its.
A lot of white uniforms still out there. Yeah, I agree. That's the one thing about having a long drive like that. Your offense sits for a while, needs to get themselves back and warmed up. Shotgun formation again, 2 left, 2 to the right. Again, man in motion from left to right as Rings takes a snap. This time he's going to look, a quick hit to the man on the outside on a slant route as he tried to hook up with his wide receiver, and it's incomplete. A lot of traffic and almost ended up intercepting, and that's now going to be the punt teams.
Man, looked like Tristan Hankinson there wasn't able to get his hands on it. It'll be interesting. You can see from those lights up there that the rain is starting to come down, maybe a little harder than it was earlier, but you know that it's got to be wet out there. It's got to be tough, not only to get the footing when you're trying to run, but, passing tonight is going to be a tough ask as well.
So LeMasters will be back deep to do the punting duties for the Trojans. He gets the snap. He's got a nice high spiral kick. It's going to go at about the 15. It's going to keep rolling, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So that's going to be a change of possession with 51.6 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And it's going to be interesting to see now what the Freddies are able to do when they come out on offense. As they really, as you said, they were just kind of stale and stagnant. Both teams offensively on this last series looked the same way.
Yeah, you had, a really good start. That first drive that the Freddies had was solid, but then that second attempt right there, really there was nothing kind of doing. So maybe they were able to get some quick adjustments. Granted, it hadn't been very long since they were out on the field, but see what kind of quick adjustments they were able to make right there, and maybe they can kind of put together a drive like they did that first time around.
So shotgun formation as Sipes breaks the huddle. 1 split out far side right, 2 to the left. Takes a snap. It's going to be a quarterback keep. He's going to stumble in that backfield. He's going to stay on his feet and still push forward to the 25. And he'll go down, it looks like just shy of that 25 at about the 24-yard line. And you could see even there as he tried to make a move out of that backfield, he had to steady himself and his feet went loose.
Yeah, you can tell that the coaches, you obviously always prioritize points, but in a game like this, you can't afford to fall behind by too much because this weather only seems like it's going to get worse. And if you dig yourself into a big hole, all of a sudden you're forcing your offense to try and make plays on a field that's really not conducive for it. So this drive for the Freddies, they really want to get some sort of points. You've seen it early. These coaches are hungry to get points early.
Shotgun formation, 2 left, 1 to the right. Sipes takes a snap, fakes the handoff, keeps himself again off that right side, and again, he's got nowhere to go as he just has a hard time just getting enough momentum underneath him with the footing to get back to that line of scrimmage. You see him run an I formation on and off, and I think maybe as this game progresses, you might see the offense go back more to that, but that's going to be the end of our first quarter. So our score here is 7-7. Fredericktown and Centerburg tied up. You're listening to the Coverage Electric Plumbing Construction Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Hi, I'm Jen Foray from Starting Point, a place where teens, young adults, and parents looking for a place to belong can come to experience caring, non-judgmental support. We offer free personalized education, counseling, STI, STD testing and treatment, along with mentoring for healthy relationships and unexpected pregnancy. All programs and services are completely free, with no income restrictions or requirements and no insurance required. Visit knoxstartingpoint.com because Starting Point is here for everyone.
Spearman Financial Services would like to wish the best of luck to all student athletes. It's a privilege to represent your school, and the life lessons will be carried on throughout your career. Please remember to thank your parents, coaches, and all the people behind the scenes that make each sport possible. Spearman Financial Services, financial plans that last a lifetime.
Securities offered through Valmark Securities Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Valmark Advisors Incorporated, SEC registered investment advisor. Spearman Financial Services is a separate entity from Valmark Securities Incorporated and Valmark Advisors Incorporated. Past performances cannot guarantee future results. One cannot.
Well, if you're coming with sevens on your lucky numbers tonight, you're winning as we go 7-7 here into the second quarter. Centerburg and Fredericktown all tied up as Fredericktown has the ball inside their own territory at the 24-yard line, 3rd down and 7. As they come out in a shotgun formation, Bowman in motion from right to left. Sipes fakes the hand off to him, and he's got a crease right up the middle across the 50. He's going to go down the field. He's got one man to beat. Is he going to be able to get him at the 20? And he goes down there, as that was a great job on the backside pursuit of not giving up, and a huge run by Sipes, flipping the field completely over and giving him a 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line of Centerburg.
Yeah, what a break right there for the Freddies, man. He was able to get that hole right there, and what could have been a modest gain, he all of a sudden explodes for a big 50, 60-yarder right there. That was massive. Now all of a sudden you're in that threatening scoring position that the Freddies couldn't find on their last drive. So you want to see right here if they're able to, that one explosive play was great, but you got to have, sustained pressure. You can't just have that one and then deflate out. You got to find something else down here in the red zone.
Official score had it at 61 3/4 of a yard run. Shotgun formation for Sipes as he takes it, and he's going to be a quarterback keep right up the middle, and a good job this time defensively as they're doing a good job in the interior of that line, staying home in their lanes. It just seems to be when they get to the outside that we're having the problems.
Yeah, it does,
It's almost mind-numbing, to be honest with you, is the kind of thing that you're watching there, because you see the big run and then you see, boom, he gets hit in the backfield, and you don't have that balance back and forth, like you said, the consistency part. It's boom, boom, one or the other, but there's no balance as he's going to take it again. This time off that left side, he's got a huge crease. He's got one man to beat around the corner, and that's Rings, and Rings will not give up, and he drives him out of bounds. Will that be enough for a 1st down as they went out right about the marker there? We'll see. Looks like he's going to be about a yard and a half short.
Yeah, but at least you have some sort of incremental gain right there. Again, it's been this brutal. I might have one big 30-yarder, 60-yarder, whatever it may be. And then other than that, it's just been, not a ton of offense going. But that right there was a nice little incremental gain. Gets him into a really good 3rd and manageable right here.
61 3/4. Again, Austin, just to remind you. I formation this time as Sipes is going to be under center. He's going to keep it a quarterback keeper, and a huge crease up the middle. Somebody forgot that spot as there was nobody home off the right side of the center, and he walks it in. Touchdown, Freddie.
I don't know what that gain was right there. Probably about 9 1/4 yards. That was big time to kind of fulfill that last yard that was so elusive for him. That's a great response there by the Freddies. That is again, this weather is only getting worse. This field is only going to get worse as the night goes on, and you don't want to be that team to fall into that hole early. You want to make sure to have possession of the ball as much as you can, make an impact. Let's see if they're able to get up by 7 here.
So they're going to line up for the extra point now. As the ball is back, kick is up, and it's good. So our score is going to be Fredericktown 14, Centerburg 7 on the Coverage Electric Plumbing Construction Friday Night Lights, WNBO.
Invest directly index. UIS Insurance and Investments protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing the best coverage and service possible. UIS Insurance and Investments supports area schools and communities with local offices in Northwest and Central Ohio and Southeast Michigan. For more information, go to uisprotect.com, and that's uisprotect.com. UIS.
The Extreme Air LLC scoreboard is 14-7 as Fredericktown has gone ahead of Centerburg here to start the second quarter with 10:47 to go in the first half. And Austin, the rain keeps coming. I mean, it's majestically flowing from the heavens. It's almost like we're in like a rainforest as it drifts across the field. I mean, it's a beautiful Ohio night, really, in October. You could have asked for better. I know Gary's excited. He can't wait to get home tonight and just sit back on his porch and drink a hot chocolate. So he's going to get his foot into it. It's going to be a low end-over-end kick this time. It's going to bounce at about the 20. It's going to be picked up there at about the 15. He's going to go out across the 25 to the 30, and he'll get tripped up right about the 31. Looked like he almost had a crease there in the far side of the field. So it'll be 1st and 10, Centerburg at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was Mason Tursk on the return right there. But, yeah, it looked like he got out there a decent little bit, but now all of a sudden you're going to find yourself in a position with pretty good starting field position, but you got to make something out of it. You can't let this drive deflate. You can't let this drive go out early because that beautiful rainforest weather in here in Fredericktown is getting worse.
So this time it's going to be a shotgun formation. Yes, that's the wind you're hearing in the background as it starts to pick up here as it moves even more across their face. Rings will take the snap. He's going to go off that right side with the quarterback keeper, and he'll run it up across the 35 and go out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. We got a flag all the way on the backside there. Probably going to be a hold again, this time on Centerburg, and that it is. So that will negate that and make it now a first in, about 20. And as you said, with the rain coming down, you don't want to try to throw for that, so it puts you even more in a hole.
Yeah, and you find yourself in a spot now if you're Centerburg where you're running into the rain a little bit. So now it's hard to get that vision downfield and kind of hard to – you also kind of give up that good field position that you started with, but that penalty right there.
So shotgun formation again as the Centerburg Trojans come lined up with 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Rings fakes the handoff, keeps himself right up that middle. He's got a seam there out to the 35, and he will go no further than – that was the 30-yard line. And they're going to say he's down at the 31-yard line. And that middle of that field right there on their side of the field, right in between about the 25 and 35-yard line of Fredericktown, is pretty much like a goat pen. I mean, there's not much grass left to go over there. So it's going to be shotgun formation again. One split far side right, 2 to the left. Rings takes the snap, fakes the handoff again to Sewell, keeps it himself on that right side, and this time he gets a little bit more yardage, but he'll get wrapped up there as I believe that was Bellman on the tackle for a gain of about 5.
Centerburg's done a good job here, at least so far on this drive they had that penalty for that 10 yards. They got pushed back, but they've kind of worked their way down to make this a little bit more realistic of a third down try. And so, again, you might not need to go for – it kind of depends. It's going to put you in a position right here where if you end up at like a 4th and 2 or something like that, the coach is going to have to decide what do you want to do. Obviously, you can punt it away, but you also don't want to find yourself in a position where that Fredericktown offense goes and drives down and scores.
Shotgun formation again, 2 left, 2 to the right. Man in motion from right to left. Now as Rings takes the snap, drops back. He's got pressure coming as he tried to set up a screen. He somehow evades it, and he's going to get hit from behind. That's got to be a horse collar, and it is.
There's a flag down back there. I don't know what kind of...
You're going to get a horse collar, and just the way he was violently ripped backwards.
Yeah.
You heard maybe on the coach's side they were screaming it was the jersey. It did look like it was probably the jersey, but the violent nature of that and the way his head whipped back is going to get you a flag every single time.
Sure.
And that's what the officials are talking about as a personal foul, horse collar on Fredericktown. That's a huge break because that's going to give them a first down, and that's going to keep this drive alive, which looked like it was about dead to rights on that last play.
Yeah. When he went down right there, you thought that was kind of, made the decision easy. They were probably going to punt that ball away, but all of a sudden, you get a fresh set of downs right here and kind of keep this drive alive and kind of pushing down the field. Again, this weather just makes it tough, so any sort of penalties like that kind of assist in that drive are not going to be beneficial for either team here tonight.
So they're going to get it marked off here as the official crosses midfield and moves the ball down inside Fredericktown territory. And this is going to be a little bit of a break also for Centerburg because now you get out of that mud pit.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can probably take those 44s off the truck and go back to your normal road tires. So shotgun formation. He's going to have 3 split out far side right and 1 to the near side left. As Sewell's lined up in the backfield with him. Man in motion from right to left. As Rings checks over that defense, takes a snap, turns, hands it off. Sewell's got it. He's got a lot of options and a lot of room, and he'll get up to the 40. And we got a lot of laundry coming on the field as that might be holding, and it is as the head official gives you the signal there from the backside as he saw it, and you have another one on the other side. I believe the official's just making sure they both saw the same thing. As the back judge also threw a flag that rests right about the 40-yard line. And that's going to be a holding also on Centerburg. Now you can't go for the congruent or concurrent usage of penalties, so that means you can't get 20 yards out of this, Austin. You're only going to get 1, which is 10.
Got it. Jotting that down now.
All right. Noted for all you fans at home as well. So that's going to push the ball back inside their territory. They're going to have to get the 44s back on the truck because they're back in the mud, and it's going to be first and about 20 again here for the Trojans as the head official gives us the signal one more time and comes set. Rings is going to have 3 split right, 1 to the near side left. Sewell's in the backfield with him as he looks over that defense. Sewell now empties the backfield. It's going to be Rings. He's going to fake it to him. He's going to keep it. He got through 1 tackle in the back, but the second tackle, no sir. He is going no more. And that's going to bring up now 2nd down.
Yeah, it was a nice move there by Rings for a second to kind of evade that first defender, but he wasn't able to get any space out of it. But you can see just from how that Fredericktown defender went flying past him, sliding down, that field down there they are in a tough spot right now. That part of the field is absolutely drenched, and you can just see the mud flying up every time these guys try and run.
Slop, I believe, is the word you want to go for in that description. Shotgun formation. Now he's got 2 to the left, 1 split out far side right. Man in motion. Rings takes it, turns, hands it off to Sewell. He's going to go off that right side across the 40. He gets up to about the 42, maybe the original line of scrimmage again, but he gets nowhere else after that. And you almost need to think about getting him the ball outside in the dry grass, not having to make that change because you're, like you said, you're just absolute mud here. Nobody's balance is going. This is where I loved it because as a larger plus-size lineman, not that I was fat or slow, it really equated the game back and forth so where you could get these plays, not give him a lot of room because Sewell is not a bad running back. He's been very productive all year long in the KMAC, and he's having a hard time even getting his feet underneath him. We've seen it on the same side for Fredericktown. So this time Rings, the shotgun formation, takes a snap, drops back. He's trying to get his receiver. He's got a man downfield, and at the last minute, a great job there defensively by Fredericktown, stepping underneath the ball and knocking it down.
Yeah, it was Dalton Lang with the play right there. That was big time, getting his hand up there, and looked like that there was definitely a Centerburg player that was in the spot to receive that, but that was a big play by Lang to negate that. That would have been a big gain and what also would have gotten them out of that tough part of the field. Now all of a sudden you're in a spot where
you got a punt, and LeMasters is going to have to set up camp right inside that mud hole.
Right.
So hopefully he's able to keep his balance, or else this will get real interesting as Bellman sets up at about his own 20-yard line to return the kick. Snap is back, kick is up. It's going to be a short-legged kick, but it is going to have a nice roll for Centerburg as it goes down inside 25 to about the 22-yard line, and there it will be down 1st and 10 for the Freddies.
Yeah, so now all of a sudden you get an opportunity here for the Freddies offense to get back out on the field, kind of see if they're able to jump on top of that 14-7 lead that they already have and see if they're able to expand it a little bit. Again, all of a sudden they can drive down the field here, find a way to eat some clock up and also get some points out of it. This little molehill that Centerburg feels like they're facing gets a little bit bigger. All of a sudden, you know, you're going to have to find some ways for Centerburg to answer, but first you want to see this Fredericktown offense kind of get that groove back that you've seen a few times tonight, but not enough consistency.
Shotgun formation, 2 left, 1 to the right 2 to the right as Sipes takes a snap. He's going to look. He's trying to go downfield. He's trying to look for his big tight end. And does he have him at the 50? No, incomplete as he tried to drop it into the breadbasket on double coverage. And that was a good throw, just unfortunately sailed out of bounds and incomplete, making it 2nd down.
It was the big Gavin Toombs right there that was trying to make that reception, man. For a second, that looked like a blockbuster play right there. But you can just see from up here, you know, he's a big threat for them. He's a big weapon for them. You can see his head sticking out of that huddle above everybody else. You know, he's an option for them when they don't feel like they have many.
Indeed, as they got 2nd down and 10 now.
He's probably big-boned like you.
Big bone, yes, yes. Shotgun formation, 1 split to the left, 3 to the near side right. As Sipes takes the snap, fakes. He's going to keep it himself off that left side. He's got a man to beat there. He does beat him at the 25, and he'll be across the 30, the 35. Out of bounds he goes. We got laundry. We got more laundry. We got so much laundry, I'm going to need more detergent. And with this rain tonight, I don't think I'm going to ever get it to dry out. So I apologize, folks. It's going to be wrinkly. But we're going to see here, we're going to probably have a hold on the backside here, and we're going to probably have a late hit out of bounds there. And if my memory serves me correctly, they should both offset, and we should replay that 2nd down.
That sounds right to me. I'm sorry I was still so focused on figuring out if I'm going to be able to get enough Tide from the Dollar General on my way home tonight.
Yes, well, I didn't mean to put you in such a panic there, my friend. The chain crew seems to think they need to go downfield. The head official says, no, you stay there. As they're going to sort this out and try to figure out exactly. But he should just replay that down. Again, I'm going on an old man's memory, so don't quote me. Just like Eric Wright said. But we'll see here now. They're making it ball back to the original line of scrimmage. And that's where it should sit. I don't know. They haven't really given us a definitive decision here, and they're actually going to march it backwards. So you go 10 yards that way. That's the hold. And then you're going to walk 15 yards this way. So they're going to definitely make sure they meet their office challenge of getting their steps in. And that'll be, I believe, second down. And I don't know. I'm confused here. I always thought a personal foul got you an automatic first down. That was always my impression. But again, maybe I'm misunderstanding how that call was signaled, but that looked like it was a personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Either way, it's second down and 5 now for Fredericktown as the ball sits in the middle of the field after being walked back and down the field a couple times here to get the yardage correct. Shotgun formation, 2 split out far side left, 1 near side right. As snap is off the fingers of Sipes, it's bouncing around. He does not fall on it. He's trying to pick it up, and we'll see who comes out of the pile with it as it looked like Centerburg. Did they have it? Do they not have it? Who's got it?
I thought number 4 for the Freddies came up with it right there. I thought he managed to get a hand on it.
And he did. So it's going to stay Fredericktown ball. It's going to make a loss of about 7 there to make it third down and probably about 12. We've got 6:43 to go in the first half. Our score is 14-7 on the Extreme Air scoreboard. As we come out of the huddle, this time shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the right. Man in motion is Bellman from left to right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep, and he gets hit in the backfield by the pressure, and down he goes, and here comes more laundry.
Washing machine's going to be working overtime tonight.
As that is going to be a personal foul, late hit. The whistle blew. The defender for Centerburg ended up on top of Fredericktown's player Bellman there. I don't know how much of it was a aggressive nature, as in just it's a slippery condition. I was already locked up in him. My momentum was going that way kind of situation. But the official felt it warranted a flag, so it is going to be a flag, and it's going to move the ball now. It's a spot foul, I'm assuming it looks like they're doing here, and so it's going to be third down and 4 from about the 29-yard line.
Looks like they gave him 15 on that penalty. Yeah, just about.
I've always thought, again, personal foul should. I'm going to have to look at it at halftime to make sure I'm not losing my mind, but we're going to have a personal foul, and it's going to be third down and 4 as we got 6:25 to go on that clock here in beautiful Fredericktown, Ohio. Home of many famous people, some of them in the booth with us tonight.
Don't know who that is.
Okay, so they're going to say it's now 4th down. Somehow we lost a down. A down has been lost. So now it is 4th down. The clock's going to start, and Fredericktown's going to send out the punt team. Now, if they go fast and snap it, Centerburg doesn't have a team on the field. They don't seem to okay, well, you had your opportunity. I saw it, and it just disappeared like my hairline.
I think Gary took that down. I don't know where he put it.
But we'll have to find it later,
Freddy's
hopefully at
lost
halftime. Yes, it was a lost down somewhere as Moore gets the snap, gets his foot into it. It's a nice punt, spiral kick, going to go about the 40-yard line, take a Fredericktown bounce down to the 30, and it'll go out of bounds there, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Centerburg with 6:15 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, and that felt like not a ton of time went off the clock right there. There was a lot of things. I was confused for at least half of it. But out of all of that, you end up getting a Centerburg ball, 30-yard line, and another opportunity for them to see if they can kind of answer right here and try and get themselves heading into halftime, hopefully tied up and hopefully looking at an even game as they head out here and see what this weather kind of does as the night goes on. Doesn't look like there's any signs of stopping. And
they have requested the ball be set up on the near hash mark as it went out of bounds on the near sideline. The officials were going to give them a 1st and 10 in the middle of the field. So we'll take a little bit more of the green grass if we can, please. And we'll go from there in the shotgun formation. 3 split far to the right. Rings takes the snap, almost drops it, pitches it to Sewell. Sewell somehow tried to get away, and he lost his footing again as he tried to bring it back in. And again, we got a flag coming in from the back judge, and it is going to be another holding penalty on the Trojans.
There's been a lot of holding penalties here. It's probably a product of the weather somewhat. As they're slipping, sliding around, almost trying to stay up on their feet. You almost naturally go for that kind of holding motion right there, and you can kind of see it kind of wreaking havoc on this game so far.
So that pushes the ball back further inside their territory down to about the 21-yard line. It's going to be now 1st and 20 for the Trojans. Rings looks over to the sideline for the coach's call as the rain continues to fall here in beautiful Fredericktown. Shotgun formation, 2 to the right, 1 near side left. He's got 2 in the backfield. Man in motion now from right to left. As Rings takes the snap, turns. He's going to fake the handoff to Sewell, keep it himself, and he'll push forward to about the 25-yard line. And he had a big crease there, but you could tell he was very hesitant to want to try to plant and go. And just so kind of sidestepped his way through that hole, picked up about 4 yards, and it's going to be second down and 16.
Yeah, you can see that uncomfortability right there. You can see, we've watched him throughout the year kind of make some plays like that where he plants that foot, kind of gets going, gets accelerated right there. But right now he just doesn't really have the possibility to do it.
It is a wet track to say the least, folks, as they look over to the sideline to the the Trojans for the play call.
They're getting right back into that part of the field, which is probably the muddiest of it all.
Shotgun formation, empty backfield this time for Rings, as he'll have 2 split out far right, 3 to the near side left. He's going to send a man in motion from left to right, and guess what's on the field? It's a flag. False start. And it was, you watch that play come in from the sideline, you watch them kind of like, they just looked out of sync all around, as if maybe the guys on the far sideline here couldn't see what was being called on the opposite field, as it's a difficult thing to do. And you see now they're lined up in the middle of the field a lot closer to that side. Make sure they understand what the play is coming in, and that's what cost them that penalty and 5 yards. So we're looking at second down and 21 now, as they are doing, again, over to the sidelines and now finally come set. Rings is going to be in the backfield, and Sewell's going to be with him. He's got splits on the right and the left. Shotgun takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and he's going to be ate alive in the backfield. He tried to push forward, but you could tell his feet left him right there.
Yeah, you could see what he tried to do. Or they tried to at least make some sort of move of something, but there's nothing going there. It's you can see the weather quickly making a major impact here, and you can tell the wind's kind of picking up. It's gone back and forth from like a sideways wind to more just like a straight down. But either way, they're fighting their way into it. But they got to find a way, if they can, right here. 3rd and 25 to draw up something big.
Shotgun formation. He's got 1 split out far right, 2 to the left. Rings takes a snap, drops back. He's going to look down that far sideline for his big wide receiver, and incomplete. As it was almost intercepted there, but fell to the ground harmlessly to bring up 4th down.
Looked like Dalton Lang again trying to get that interception right there. That was a nice try by him, but just wasn't able to snag it in.
So it makes it 4th down now as LeMaster comes out to set up for the punt. And that will be Bellman going up to return the kick as he sets up at about his own 40-yard line. Ball snapped. It's a high snap. Gets the ball, gets his foot into it. It's a high end over end kick, and Bellman's going to take it at his 40. He's got a lot of room before the defenders are there up to the 50. Stutter steps. We got Laundry. We got more Laundry. And Bellman will go down at about the 45-yard line. Most likely going to be a block in the back. As we look here, and I believe that's what it's going to be. We're waiting for him to say it again as the head official makes his way towards the middle of the field where the play's at. It is an illegal block in the back, so that's going to push them back inside their own territory. It'll make it 1st and 10. Fredericktown at about their own 20-yard line as you're listening to the Cubbage Electric Plumbing Instruction Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Insurance and investments. Trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
Utica Feed and Hardware offers a wide range of services to our clients. With a grain elevator, you'll be loaded up and off on your way in no time. We have formulated feed mixes for livestock as well. If you're in need of plumbing, electrical, paints, lawn and garden supplies, we have you covered. Located in Utica at 138 Church Street, 740-892-3831. Utica Feed.
And having a lifeline like Steve Conley is the best thing in the world, as it is going to be reaffirmed that it is only a 15-yard penalty in high school for a personal foul with no automatic first down. Thank you, Steve, for that. Sipes takes the handoff, turns, and he's going to get about a yard across the right side up to about the 41-yard line, and it'll be second down for the Freddies.
Ability to phone a friend is something that is never unappreciated. But if you're in a spot here right now, if you're the Freddies, You want to see if you can get some points out of this drive, obviously, but I would say maintaining possession to the half is probably priority number one right here. You don't want to put your defense back out there if you don't want to. Want to burn that clock up some. 14-7, it's not a huge lead, but you do have that chance to go in at halftime up. You don't want to risk anything here.
Shotgun formation, 2 left, 1 to the right as Sipes takes a snap, quarterback dive right across the middle up to the 45, takes a couple Trojans for a bus ride up to the 47. And he'll go down right there, and that'll make it 3rd down. And, to speak to your point also, Austin, Fredericktown's going to get the ball to start the second half. So Centerburg's looking at it in a complete flip. We've got to get this ball, and we can't let them score. Otherwise, we're not going to have any time this half. We're not going to get the ball to start the second half, and we could possibly be down 3 scores in this weather.
Absolutely, and 3 scores in this weather feels like something that might not necessarily be insurmountable. Rings can make some flashy plays. You have Sewell out there, but it's not a position you want to find yourself in if it's something that can be avoided.
So shotgun formation as they break huddle. 2 split out far side left, 3 to the near side right as it's an empty backfield for Sipes. Man in motion is from right to left as Sipes takes the snap. Almost caught him off guard as he's going to get a little swing pass out to his wide receiver. He's going to make a man miss at the 50. He's going to be down to the 45. And there he'll get ran out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Freddies inside Centerburg territory.
Looked like Elijah Roush there with the reception. But, again, it's a fresh set of downs. You kind of keep those chains moving, and that's exactly what you're looking for if you're the Freddies here on this drive. Possession of that ball is priority number 1. See if you can drive yourself in somewhere to even 3. If you could get yourself into a spot to get 3. I think the wind's been with them for most of this half, so it might feel a little bit more inclined to do that if they can get within range.
Windage and elevation, my dear friend. Windage and elevation. Shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the right. Man in motion from left to right is Bellman. He's going to fake it to him on the jet sweep, keeping himself to Sipes, and he's regretting that decision as he gets dumped in the backfield for a loss of 2.
It looked like Bellman might have been the better option there if he was able to hand that one off. Looked like he might have had a little bit of green grass, and really kind of your point, Bellman was actually heading out there towards that, greener grass, whereas Sipes is just running straight into the mud right there. So
2nd down now, and they're going to call it officially a loss of 2. So 2nd down and 12 as the ball comes to set in the middle of the field, just inside that 45-yard line. Shotgun formation, 1 split far side left. 3 to the near side right here as Sipes takes a snap. He's going to turn, he's going to look, and almost intercepted, and then right through his receiver's hands as it looked like just, I don't know, maybe it had hot butter on it or something because neither the defender nor the receiver seemed to want to catch it.
Yeah, there was some sort of baby oil on that bad boy, but that was tough for him to kind of snag that in right there. But a risky pass right there, though, from Sipes. There's defenders all over the place. I was surprised that it even made it to Toombs right there. It almost, I would have assumed it would either been knocked down or a chance at a pick before it even got to him. But you could see the frustration on his end. He felt like he should have had that.
Gunslinger mentality, man. No window too small. So it's 3rd down and 12 now. Shotgun formation, 3 right, 1 in the backfield is Roush. Sipes takes a snap, looks right down the middle of the field, and overshot his wide receiver. He was looking for Bellman, and Bellman kind of got stumbled there coming out of the mud pit as he tried to gain his footing underneath him, and it just went over his head and fell incomplete. So 4th down now with 1:22 to go here in the first half. Our score on the Extreme Air scoreboard is 14-7, Fredericktown on top of Centerburg.
I think when you account for the weather and everything, these teams, you kind of let off about it, that there's been a lot of back and forth throughout the years with this, 10 wins to 9 wins, but a lot of the games have been kind of in blowouts. This one doesn't have the feel of that. I think the weather's going to kind of limit what that blowout can really be. Oh, no.
There's a high snap over top of Moore's head as he tried to get it, and he's going to just try to run for his life, and he's got nowhere as there's just nothing but white jerseys around him. And that is a huge field position flip right there for the Freddies. Centerburg.
Yeah, and that finds them in a position now where if you were the Freddies, it wasn't a perfect situation. You would have really liked to kind of extend that drive and kind of run it out. But now Centerburg's going to have the ball in a really advantageous spot right here.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, Centerburg at the Fredericktown 33-yard line. You're listening to the Cubbage Electric Plumbing Construction Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Eden Hardware, 740-892-3831.
Great news, Central Ohio. Foster's Pharmacy offers daily dose packaging, which are convenient and simple. It's truly personalized care you're looking for. It just starts with a call to get started. Take the hassle out of your medications. Call 740-392-0911. Foster's Health Mart Pharmacy.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Trojans as the ball sets at about the 34-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 split to the near side left as Rings comes set with Sewell in the backfield. He's going to send a man in motion now from left to right. As he takes the snap, turns, fakes the handoff. He keeps himself those Rings. He goes off that right side, and he's got nowhere to go. His big number 70 ate him for lunch, and he takes him down at the line of scrimmage.
And with this drive right here, you got to try and see if you can form some sort of 2-minute offense as much as you can get to try and reap some sort of points out of this drive. It's going to be a tricky spot to try and do it from. You still have a little bit of, distance to go, but at the same time, some sort of points out of this would be huge. But I'm not seeing a lot of the clock's running.
What do we do? They're swapping the ball. The clock continues to run. You're down under a minute. Centerburg hasn't even tried to call a timeout. They've got 3 left, or at least 2 left. And now the head official is going to stop it. He's not going to put the time back on the clock, though, so now we're going to look at 52 seconds, and it continues to roll. Shotgun formation, 3 split far side. Or, near side left as Rings has one in the backfield. Again, man in motion from left to right as he takes the snap. And this time he's going to drop back. He's looking downfield. He's got some time, but he's got a big block there to spring him. And out of bounds he goes, and that's probably going to be a flag. Okay, so no flags on.
Wow.
Oh, interesting. That's got a player down for Fredericktown right about the 43-yard line as he got hit on a big block there. I didn't see for sure 100% if it was a backside. I could not tell, but it was close to a crackback from the distance and the crowd reaction. And then Rings ran out of bounds and hit hard over there. And he's down on that far sideline, or it looks like a couple people maybe attending to somebody. It's kind of hard to see with all the uniforms and jerseys, but for a game where they've been quick to get the flags out, that one seemed like you should have had at least 1 or not 2, and right now they're not they're over talking about it. So you may see one come in late.
Sure.
But either way, you're looking at 3rd down now for Centerburg currently with 31 seconds, and our score is 14-7. Fredericktown on top. So we'll see here. They're still talking on that far sideline, trying to figure out exactly what is the decision. You got to come up with something now. You can't just walk away without calling something, you would think, with this much conversation.
Yeah, and outside of these penalties, I think something as far as Centerburg goes that you kind of notice is I'm seeing a lot of dirty jerseys, but only on 2 or 3 or 4 of the playmakers.
So you've got 2 flags coming out now of both officials' pockets. One's being thrown at about the 37, and one's being thrown, and it's going to be a personal foul on both teams. It's going to be offsetting penalties. I assume you replay the down from where you're at.
Yeah. So I guess a whole lot of nothing going on right there, but now you find yourself again in that same spot. It's 3rd down, 10, 31 seconds to go right here. But if you're Centerburg, you want to still see if you can get something out of this, whether it could be a big play or something like that.
So the officials still talking some things over there in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And they are coming to a discussion. But Trevin Harris has the whitest whites on a rainy night.
Yeah.
For a kid, he's been playing all night. And it's not like he's not been involved in this game. They've gone to him multiple times, and they just haven't been able to get to him. As he is looking over right now, trying to get the call from the far side of the field. The officials are still trying to get this figured out. And while they do, folks, we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Caring for you and about you.
Your sinks are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Now Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction.
So we're getting our steps in tonight, folks, as the officials are going to march it 15 yards one way and 15 yards back, and you know where we're going to be? Right back where we started. 2nd down and 10 for the Centerburg Trojans, as they're going to have the officials still. He was. It looked like he was giving some words of advice to the linemen.
He had dinner plans with one of them after, and he needed to make sure they were still on time.
I got you. Okay, so it's second down now as Rings takes the snap, drops back, pressure right up that middle as he was able to elude it, get to the outside. He looks downfield, and there he's got Harris, who spins out of a tackle at the 20, stutter steps at the 15, and finally gets driven out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And that was an absolutely beautiful reception there by that young man.
And I'm not going to say that it was that shiny white jersey of Trevin Harris that he saw, but it certainly didn't hurt. And, just as you said before that break, we wanted to see him kind of get into the action.
And he did. So Centerburg is going to take a timeout as you're listening to the Cubbage Electric Plumbing Construction Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
The end of summer is a perfect time to upgrade to some new furniture, and Licking Knox Goodwill retail stores have new furniture for prices you can't beat. New sectionals and sofas, new recliners, kitchen tables, and bedroom sets. The same new furniture you can get from a chain store, but at even better prices. Now to the end of August, buy one new piece of furniture, get the second piece for 50% off. Going on now at any of the Licking Knox Goodwill retail stores.
The art of deception can always keep you wondering. And as all these flags come out and all the bright colors are going across the field, some of us have become confused as to actually what is going on currently in this game. But what's going on is on the Extreme Air scoreboard, it's Fredericktown 14, Centerburg 7. We've got 17.2 seconds left to go here in the first half. Centerburg has queued up Guns N' Roses. They're knocking on heaven's door as the ball sits first and goal at the 9-yard line. Shotgun formation. One split out far side left, one near side right. As Rings has Sewell in the backfield with him. Now Sewell leaves him alone. He's low snap. He's going to look for Tooney, and that's going to be a flag again as we have laundry on the field. That was a pass interference, and that is a good call as the clock stops with 11.7.
Wow, that's a big call right there. Yeah, that's I can understand the idea of maybe thinking that ball was uncatchable to begin with, but I think that was the right call. In a game with a lot of calls, that one felt like the right one.
They're going to talk about it, though, as the officials come together right about the 9-yard line. And that'll be a huge break, as that's going to be, I believe, half the distance to the goal and give them another opportunity here. Now, you lost a little bit of time on the clock.
Sure.
As you're down to 11.7 seconds. And, time is of the essence now, as they say. Not the band Evanescence.
And in a game that's this tight, you got to factor into it that a field goal may play a factor in it. It's as much as you want that 6, 7, or even 8. Walking away with 3 here might not feel like a victory, and for all intents and purposes, but it is an option, and it's something that they may need to factor in here because this game's going to be tight and points are at a premium.
So half the distance to the goal, and it's going to be timeout. Centerburg, you're listening to the Cubbage Electric Plumbing Instruction Friday Night Lights. And we're going to keep it here as we are just 11.7 seconds away from halftime. 14-7 is our score. And, I would think on this play, you got to either think Rings or Sewell's got to get the ball here at this stage, right?
Yeah, I feel like, again, the ball has been in Sewell's hand a good bit tonight, but this part of the field looks as good as any. So if there's a chance for him to make a play out wide, it could be here.
So it's going to be shotgun formation. He's going to have one split far right, one near side left. Sewell's going to be on his right-hand hip as Rings looks over that defense in his muddy uniform. Officials come set, blow the whistle, and we're ready for action. He's going to be left alone as Sewell goes in motion. He's going to look for his tight end. It's going to be intercepted as Bellman read that like the Sunday news, and he'll go down at the 2-yard line on that return. But a beautiful job there on that play.
Yeah, what a play there. That was Trevor Bellman with the catch right there. And that was a huge interception at a crucial moment. That's points off the board that I don't want to say that Centerburg couldn't afford it, but you really needed to get something on that drive. It almost felt inevitable that some sort of points were coming. And all of a sudden, Fredericktown found a way to say no.
So they're going to have the ball here with 3.4 seconds to go in the first half, as they're going to have to line up and just take a knee, make sure they go right down, that's the clock, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So on the Extreme Air scoreboard, it is 14-7, Fredericktown on top of Centerburg. You're listening to Cubbage Electric Plumbing Construction Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Exclusions may apply. See Goodwill stores for details.
Your family, the car that you bought when you were 18, the house you turned into a home. UIS Insurance and Investments protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. As an independent insurance agency, UIS Insurance and Investments is able to design a custom policy that's unique to you and assures that all things you love are safe and sound. For more information, go to uisprotect.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
New boyfriend or just friend? LOL or OMG? Call, text, or email. Mom. These days, keeping up with your child can be puzzling. But when it comes to straightening your child's smile, you can rest assured that an orthodontist can solve the puzzle. Only orthodontists have an additional 2 to 3 years of education beyond dental school to become specialists in straightening and aligning teeth. So get it right. See the specialist.
See your local orthodontic specialist, Weigel Orthodontics. Visit weigelorthodontics.com.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Alumni Roofing is a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. Located in Lexington, Ohio, providing service to much of north central Ohio, including the greater metropolitan areas of Columbus, Cleveland, and Akron. Preventive maintenance program, roof health assessment, storm damage assessment, roof replacement, roof restoration, and more. Call 419-884-9715 and mention this ad to receive a free thermal scan and a full roof health assessment. Alumni Roofing would like to give a shout-out to the Fredericktown High School Band Program.
Cunningham Insurance in Mount Vernon on Worcester Road deals with autos, renters, farms, small contractors, motorcycles, boats, and small businesses.
Wait, did you say farmers and small contractors?
Yes, Cunningham Insurance covers it all. Contact an agent now by calling 740-397-7038 and visit online at CunninghamInsuranceLTD.com. Cunningham Insurance covers it all. 740-397-7038, your Grange independent agent.
Howard Hilton Grill, just east of Apple Valley on Coshocton Road, has a casual, cozy atmosphere, offering comfort food and good times. Open daily from 10 in the morning to 1 a.m., now adding Sunday morning breakfast at 8 a.m. The Howard Hilton also recently added on an outdoor tiki bar seating patio option with big screen TV. Stop by and enjoy great tastes like the Hilton Burger or enjoy Taco Tuesdays at the Howard Hilton in Howard. That's the Howard Hilton, 740-599-2337.
Extreme Air LLC is your Carrier HVAC dealer. With financing available and testimonials on the website, you can see why Extreme Air is exactly that. Extreme. Servicing, installing, and repairing all makes and models to give you the heat and cool you deserve. Servicing good old Knox County and surrounding communities. Check them out online at extremeairllc.com. That's the letter X, extremeairllc.com. 740-403-1901, where service is not a business, it's a lifestyle.
Miller Electrical Solutions is your local electrical service provider for residential, commercial, and industrial needs. Did you know they also provide home service upgrades as well as surveillance cameras for both personal and commercial customers? For your free estimate or for true 24/7 service, call 740-504-2004. That's Miller Electrical Solutions, providing Knox and surrounding counties with electrical professionalism.
Hi, I'm Jen Foray from Starting Point, a place where teens, young adults, and parents looking for a place to belong can come to experience caring, non-judgmental support. We offer free personalized education, counseling, STI/STD testing and treatment, along with mentoring for healthy relationships and unexpected pregnancy. All programs and services are completely free, with no income restrictions or requirements and no insurance required. Visit knoxstartingpoint.com because Starting Point is here for everyone.
Spearman Financial Services would like to wish the best of luck to all student athletes. It's a privilege to represent your school, and the life lessons will be carried on throughout your career. Please remember to thank your parents, coaches, and all the people behind the scenes that make each sport possible. Spearman Financial Services, financial plans that last a lifetime.
Securities offered through Valmark Securities Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Valmark Advisors Incorporated, SEC registered investment advisor. Spearman Financial Services is a separate entity from Valmark Securities Incorporated and Valmark Advisors Incorporated. Past performances cannot guarantee future results. One cannot invest directly in an index. UIS Insurance and Investments protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing the best coverage and service possible. UIS Insurance and Investments supports area schools and communities with local offices in Northwest and Central Ohio and Southeast Michigan. For more information, go to uisprotect.com, and that's uisprotect.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
Utica Feed and Hardware offers a wide range of services to our clients. With a grain elevator, you'll be loaded up and off on your way in no time. We have formulated feed mixes for livestock as well. If you're in need of plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden supplies, we have you covered. Located in Utica at 138 Church Street, 740-892-3831. Utica Feed and Hardware, 740-892-3831.
Great news, Central Ohio. Foster's Pharmacy offers daily dose packaging, which are convenient and simple. It's truly personalized care you're looking for. It just starts with a call to get started. Take the hassle out of your medications. Call 740-392-0911. Foster's Health Mart Pharmacy, caring for you and about you.
You're saying
Berg families. Under the direction of Andrew Hollenball, Jessica Overholt, Chris Phillips, and led by Field Commander Emma Fowler and Band President Cole Hamilton, we proudly present the Fredericktown High School Marching Band. We're opening this evening's show with this country's National Class of 2006. We hope you enjoy our rendition of Life is selection was a #2 hit on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 in 2009. This song was made popular again by the music superstar Taylor Swift during her most recent Eras tour. Here's You Belong With Me. For this evening was first released in 1971 and was an immediate success. It has continued to sell with over 1.6 million digital copies in the United States. Tonight we feature the senior class of 2024 as the band honors the legendary John Denver with Take Me Home, Country Roads.
Welcome back as we come to you at the halftime here. Our score on the Extreme Air LLC scoreboard is Fredericktown 14, Centerburg 7. And Austin, that was a first half that really was kind of one of those situations where, as we talked, the weather came into play.
Yeah, you got a nice little, I don't know, bouillabaisse maybe of different penalties that were tossed in there and kind of quirky things going on. In the middle of the field is worse than your backyard, and there's all these just crazy things that are kind of happening so far in this game. And when you look at the score, it's still anybody's game. It seems like it's kind of impacted both teams the same. Both teams are kind of struggling offensively to get things going. And as you look out there right now, it looks like maybe the rain has kind of slowed down a little. Now the field's already going to be damp, going to be the rest of the night, but maybe that improved weather makes each team a little bit more successful offensively as we get going here in the second half.
It'll be interesting to see how they are both making adjustments there in the locker rooms at halftime, as they're going to have a lot of things to talk about. And, you know, as you said, there's the quirkiness of this game with the bad weather, the field conditions. We saw it all over the field. They were having a hard time keeping their footing underneath them when they were trying to make cuts, trying to make turns. But also the other side of that is, as you talked about, the plethora of flags that found their way onto the field in that first half, you also as a team have to make that mental adjustment there so that those don't continue in that second half, and also recognize that that's what the officials are looking for, so we've got to be ultra aware not to commit those penalties.
Absolutely, yeah. You're talking to everybody about holding is being called everywhere all of the time tonight. So that's one of those things that, like you're saying, for both teams, because it wasn't just one, it wasn't just one team that was kind of out there getting everything called on. It felt like it was everybody, and it really kind of broke down to just about even, it looked like. But, yeah, that's definitely got to be a point of attention when you're in that halftime locker room is, what do we got to do? I know it's wet out there. I know you guys are slipping around. I know you're feeling like you got to brace for impact. You got to try and grab onto things, but you got to find a way to get those hands released. We got to try and play, as dirty as the field is, you got to have a cleaner game heading into the second half for both sides. Because, yeah, Fredericktown's got the edge right now, but they scraped out of that half by the skin of their teeth. Centerburg was threatening there late with a good opportunity to even this game up, and it came down to a big interception there at the last second to kind of, retain that lead. But this could be anybody's game. You haven't seen any team run away with it yet, stand out to a point where you feel like there's trouble for either one.
And that's going to be the key thing, as you're saying, because you don't want to get into a game where one of the teams has to go one-dimensional, and you have to open their game up all the time, and you can't do what's been working for you, and that's both teams on the ground. So we'll see how that all pans out as they're getting ready and getting warmed up here out at halftime. Our score in the Extreme Air LLC scoreboard: Fredericktown 14, Centerburg 7. You're listening to Coverage Electric Plumbing Instruction, Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Now Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction. 740-627-8004.
The end of summer is a perfect time to upgrade to some new furniture, and Licking Knox Goodwill retail stores have new furniture for prices you can't beat. New sectionals and sofas, new recliners, kitchen tables, and bedroom sets. The same new furniture you can get from a chain store, but at even better prices. Now to the end of August, buy one new piece of furniture, get the second piece for 50% off. Going on now at any of the Licking Knox Goodwill retail stores. Some exclusions may apply. See Goodwill stores for details.
We get ready to start the second half here as Fredericktown will be kicking the ball off to Centerburg. Left to right across the old radio dial. As our score on the Extreme LLC scoreboard again is Fredericktown 14, Centerburg 7. And if the second half goes anyway like my ability to pronounce English tonight, it's going to be brutal. That's all I can tell you, folks, so bear with me. Don't worry, you don't need to get a thesaurus out or find a translator. It's just my inability to get my tongue out of my way as I'm trying to talk. I think what it is the fact that Austin failed me at halftime and did not get me a hot chocolate. So
that line was from here to the nearest Dollar
nope.
General. It was out there.
No, it was
I couldn't do it.
It was not. I'm just hearing excuses, young man.
I couldn't do it.
It's not championship behavior. All right, so the officials finally come set here as the ball is going to be teed up middle of the field for Fredericktown. Gets his foot into it. It's going to be a low squib kick. It's going to bounce and take it at about the 30-yard line. He's going to go out the far sideline to the 35. They'll go down right there, so that's where the Freddies will start on defense, and Centerburg will start on offense at their own 35-yard line.
Yeah, not a huge kick there, but, got it down there a little ways. But really decent starting field position if you're Centerburg. You got to be pretty happy with where you are on the field right there. You find yourself again in that muddy pit of a mess that is that little stretch of area between like the 50 and the 30 out there that's just rough. But see if they can kind of get something rolling. Again, both offenses had their moments in the first half, but both of them found themselves being stagnant at times. The weather playing a role in that, obviously.
So out of the huddle they come, shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the right as Rings takes the snap. It's going to be a quick hit to the outside. He's got his receiver Harris over there at the 40, and he'll push up to the 42-yard line and try to stretch out that 6-foot-plus frame for even more yards, go down for a nice gain of 8.
Yeah, and I think you kind of brought it up there right before that first half came to an end. But Trevin Harris is one of those guys that his jersey looked pretty white. Didn't seem like he's been out there, but maybe he hasn't been getting the ball as much as he should. Maybe he hasn't been getting taken down as much as he should. Maybe try and get some more playmakers involved. Don't just leave everything up to Sewell and Rings to try and get things going.
And he has answered the call in the last 2 passing plays. So again, shotgun formation. Rings gets the snap. He's going to roll out this time. He's looking downfield. He's going to pump fake it, try to keep it himself. And that is where Toombs will come from behind. And he took the ball. It's going to be a turnover as Toombs just ripped the ball out from behind. And Fredericktown has it.
Wow, I don't know if that ball was slippery or what happened there, but that's a big-time turnover. That's a great play by Toombs to get that ball and really change the momentum early in this second half here.
Are you saying that it's slippery when wet like Motley Crue? Indeed you are. And it is going to be a turnover, and Fredericktown is going to get the ball for 1st and 10 as the official dropped the ball himself. As you said, it is a slippery ball, a slippery surface, and these kids are going to have to keep their feet and their hands and wits about them as that ball is probably going to come loose 1 or 2 more times the second half. Shotgun formation. Sipes going to take it himself off that left side, and he goes down. And that is a disappointing start to his first run, just like it's a disappointing revelation when you realize you said the wrong name of the band, and it's Bon Jovi, not Motley Crue. Steve Conley, again, thanks for the correction. This is why Steve has to stay away from me, because he points out my flaws, and then I cry, and then Gary
He's
cries.
Not mad. He's just disappointed. It's not that he's mad.
So it's going to be shotgun formation. 3 to the right. As Sipes takes it, it's going to be a high snap. He's going to go for a sweep around that right side. He's got no room to operate again, as Centerburg did an excellent job defensively of just extending that play all the way out to the sideline.
Yeah, and a recipe for success this year for Fredericktown has been a heavy dose of Sipes in just about every way, passing it, running it. You've seen that a lot here tonight, but for the most part, Centerburg's been able to contain him. They've been able to he's had a few explosive plays, but he hasn't been able to have any consistent yardage really picked up. And you find yourself in a 3rd and 11 here where now he's got to try and get creative and probably go to the air to maybe get those yards, which it's proven this ball is slippery. It's tough to hold on to, and so that's not a spot you want to find yourself in.
And the rain has started back up. So it's going to be shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the right as Sipes takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking left. He's got Toombs over there and just overshot him by about 2 yards as the defender was draped all over him, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And so you kind of see both offenses here. Fredericktown's offense wasn't really able to generate much. Obviously the turnover by the Centerburg offense, and so both these teams kind of starting off a little bit where we were in the first half, slow, stagnant, not able to get that separation, get that opening. And so it's a good hold there by Centerburg's defense, though, in a tough position they were put in, because that was great field position for Fredericktown to start with, and they were looking for points.
Shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the right. And it's going to be a pooch punt as Sipes is going to kick it, and it's going to bounce and go out of bounds. And that is going to be a turnover on down, so Centerburg will get it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And so now you get an opportunity here if you're Centerburg. Obviously, you didn't want to have to drive this length of the field, but at the same time, it's an opportunity for your offense to finally get rolling, get some of those guys involved, get Harris involved, get Tursk involved. Sewell is a great playmaker for them. He opens up space. He's a threat. He's going to draw some attention from the defense, but get it in the hands of the other guys and let them do their thing. Make sure you get Rings the opportunity to, throw to all of his targets.
So they're going to come out of the sideline huddle up to the line of scrimmage in a shotgun formation. As Rings will have 1 in the backfield with him, 2 split left, 2 split to the right, and it will not be Sewell lined up in the backfield. as he looks over the defense. Barks out a couple of commands, comes set, takes snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking left, he pump fakes it, he's got pressure, he tries to step away, and down he goes as he will be sacked in the backfield. Great pressure by both defensive ends there for Fredericktown.
Yeah, and that instantly sets them up with what's going to be a second and 16 now. And so got to find a way to get some of that yardage back here, at least get back to the original line of scrimmage. But realistically, you need a little bit more than that because you don't want to find yourself in a quick 3-and-out here. Give that Fredericktown offense, which already sputtered a little bit, you don't want to give them the opportunity to get back in gear.
Shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the right as man now goes in motion from right to left. Takes a snap, turns, hands. It's going to be a dive right up that middle. He's going to make the first defender miss, but then he's going to go no further. As that's going to be a short little run there, and I believe that was number 3, Kalen Lemaster on the carry.
Yeah, it's been a good defensive stand here so far. He find himself in, 3rd and 16? Something like that. So it's going to be they're going to need something big right here because you're in a pretty risky spot to be 4-down territory. So you feel like you kind of got to make a big play right here.
I'd look for Harris across the middle of the field. Shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the right. Man in motion from left to right now. Rings takes a snap, drops back. He's got time, good protection. He's going to roll out. He's going to point downfield, hoping that Turf sees it. He does. He comes back to it. Did he keep his feet in bounds is going to be the question. And the official says he did. And if he does, that's a first down for the Centerburg Trojans.
Wow. What a throw and what a catch there by Mason Tursk. Him getting involved a little bit right there. That was a great snag. Looked like he kind of lost his defender there and was able to get some open space for a second, capitalized on it.
If coaching staff for Fredericktown is not having it right on the sidelines, they don't think he kept his feet in bounds, but the official made the call, and that's what's going to stand. Shotgun formation. I stack far right. Rings takes it, pump fakes again. He's going to look for Tursk, but now pressure's coming. He throws it away last second, and that'll be an incomplete pass as he was just trying to get an outlet man to get away from that pressure.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of felt the pressure back there, was trying to run out of the pocket and see if he could create some extra time, lost his footing a little bit, and kind of went down. That ball just kind of flailed out right there. But, again, you found yourself in a, 3rd and a country mile, and you were able to convert on that one. So you want to try and see, you don't got to try and get everything back right here in this 2nd down and 10. You want to try and see if there's a way to advance it down just a bit. You're in that tricky part of the field right there where it's real muddy. So you want to say maybe get something out wide, left or right. Give somebody some space to run.
Shotgun formation, 3 split out far side right, 1 near side left. As the Masters is in the backfield, he's going to be the lead blocker for Rings as he goes on that swing. He gets around the corner, and then he gets pushed out of bounds. Gain of about maybe 2 yards there, and that'll make it now 3rd and 8 for the Trojans.
Yeah, I want to see here if they're able to kind of craft something up. Like you said, in these kind of situations, it feels like an opportunity to kind of get Harris involved, get one of those guys running out over the middle. Try and see if you can get one of those bigger, taller guys out there to try and haul it in for that first down.
They're looking over again to the far sideline for that play call, and they'll come set shotgun formation. 3 split out far side right, 1 to the near side left. As Masters in the backfield on the right-hand side. Rings takes a snap. He's going to roll. He's got pressure. He steps up. He's got time. He's looking again. He's going to dump it and intercepted, I believe. It is. It's intercepted by Fredericktown, and I don't know what he was thinking as he was staring down that wide receiver and just telegraphed what he was trying to do to everybody. Even Gary knew what was going on, and just threw it to the defender for Fredericktown.
Yeah, and that's one of those situations right there where kind of surprising. You have a senior quarterback. You have one with experience. You wouldn't think he would make a mistake like that. At the very minimum, maybe just throw it out of bounds and kind of take what you get and punt it away and trust your defense is going to do the job, which for most of tonight they have. But that just seemed like trying to make a desperate play when it really wasn't necessary.
And you're putting your defense right back in a bad spot. As you set them up with a fumble on the last series. This series, you give them an interception, and it's 1st and 10 inside Centerburg territory. Shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the right. Sipes keeps it. He's going to follow it off that right side, and he gets upended right about the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward, and there's our trusty friend, Laundry, as it comes back onto the field, and there you go. If you had holding, you've got a bingo.
He's really good at throwing those flags, though, man. He gets them down exactly where you need them to be. He is precise. There's a lot of practice tonight. But, man, he's got a good grip on those flags.
You almost wonder how good he is at yard darts.
Oh,
that would be the
phenomenal.
I bet you that would be probably another good game to get involved with him.
Yeah.
So that pushes the ball back to the 48-yard line, and it's going to be 1st down and 20 yards for the Freddies. Shotgun formation, 2 to the left, 1 near side right as Sipes takes the handoff, the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, try to throw it, and is it going to be intercepted this time? We'll see. Nope, this time they're going to say it hit the ground. As the defender there for Centerburg did a great job of breaking on that ball, but just couldn't get his arms underneath it.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost thought he might have gotten his hands underneath there, but that was Hayden Love with almost a great play right there.
You would have loved to see him make that catch. That is for sure.
Very nice.
Second down now as the clock stops at 7:47. 14-7 is our score on the Extreme Air scoreboard. As we get ready here, the officials bring in a new ball. The play is slow to come in from the sideline from the Freddies, and finally they start to relay the signals, and here we go. Shotgun formation. 2 to the near side right, 1 split out far side left, as he's going to have 1 lined up in the backfield with him on his right-hand hip. Sipes is going to take the snap. It's a high snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to go on a dive right up the middle. He's got a huge crease across the 40. And there comes from the far sideline another flag. And it's...
He looked like he was looking at the sideline over there. Might have been some sort of sideline.
Yeah, we're going to see. That was a great run there by Sipes. It's going to put him probably about a yard shy from the original line of scrimmage there to bring up a manageable-ish 3rd down and 10. But what's going to be key is what that penalty is on the far side. A sideline warning, or is there going to be an actual penalty associated to this? As the officials talk it out right now and they confer what they decide, it is going to be a personal foul on... Wow. It's going to be a personal foul on Centerburg. Now, this does bring up memories of last week where we had a personal foul on the Danville coaching staff, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
Which was a first for me. So now we've got it 2 weeks in a row. We are actually going to see now if we can't get what we call a streak going.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I could be wrong here, but I think last week when they called that penalty, they actually called it on the Danville coach.
Yes.
This time it sounded like all of Centerburg.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the entire town. I don't know what happened.
I think the town just
but
took a penalty.
That felt, I mean, I don't know if that's excessive or not, but Centerburg's a great place. Wonderful people there, but maybe the coach.
It was. I mean, it was thrown in the direction of Centerburg.
Sure.
As if it came from downtown.
I understand.
Needless to say, it moves the ball all the way down inside the 30, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Freddies. Shotgun formation, 3 to the left as Sipes keeps it on the sweep, and backside pursuit comes and takes him down, as I believe that is Rings there from his safety position.
And if you're the coach, if you're the defensive coach for Centerburg, you can't really be complaining with what your defense is doing so far.
I mean, they've had their back against the wall time and time again, and they continue to answer the call.
Yeah, they've found ways to steal the ball, interceptions. They found one way or another to kind of keep their team in this right here, but you can't keep putting them in these positions. You're in a position here where if you're the Freddies, you got to capitalize on one of these, though, because it can also be a pretty demoralizing thing if you can't find a way to score on these opportunities.
So Sipes under center this time, I formation, takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to hit Roush out of the backfield on a little sweep action, and he gets out to the cross to the 15. And down inside the 10, he'll go right about the 10, maybe 9-yard line there. And that was a nice little delay. They fake the handoff to him, then get him out of the backfield on an out route, and he picks up a 1st down.
Yeah, it looked like they were able to get Elijah Roush out there, kind of got some space, made a play, and find yourself in one of the cleanest parts of the field. So now you got some actual footing, and maybe these guys are comfortable to kind of make some plays, see what they can do. But you really want to cash in if you're Fredericktown right here. You got to find a way, 3 at a minimum. But there's got to be 6 out of this drive if you can, because then you can start to get the clock working against Centerville.
And another touchdown seems almost insurmountable at this time. The way this game's been played and just the back and forth, there'll almost be too much. So it's going to be a dive handoff. It's going to be right up the middle, and he'll go down right about the 5-yard line. I believe that was Roush again on the carry. May have been Billman, as they untangle the pile of humanity there on the field, and that was Roush on the carry. So that's going to make it now 2nd down and goal from the 5.
Yeah, there hasn't been a ton really going in the middle right there. You've had a few break through, but it seems like some of those plays out wide, trying to spread the field out a little bit, use the speed of some of these Fredericktown guys to try and stretch that defense thin, see if they're able to do something here.
Shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the right as Sipes has an empty backfield. Pump fakes to the left, keeps himself, dives up the middle, somehow keeps making people miss, and he'll fall down about the 2-yard line. And that was just a play of sheer heart and determination.
Yeah, I mean, 170-pound sophomore, but he wasn't going to be told no right there. He was going to find a way to get himself up to what, about the 1 yard line, something like that?
It looks like they're going to spot him just outside that 1 yard line, and they're going to stop the clock, make a player who's limping a little bit come off the field. And so they're going to change that out, and then they'll get the play back in, and now the official will start the clock back up and going as we've got 5:38 here to go in the third quarter. 14-7 is our score on the Extreme Air scoreboard. Fredericktown slow to get the play in from the sideline. Finally they do, as they're going to break huddle again into a shotgun formation. Sipes is going to turn back to the sideline again, check some things as he's going to have trips out to the far side left, one near side right. Roush is going to be in the backfield. He's going to take the snap, roll to his left. He's going to look. He's going to dump it, and Bellman's got it. Touchdown, Freddie.
Nice job there by, who was that? It was Trevor Bellman to kind of hang on right there, and almost looked like it slipped out of the back of his hands, but he was able to kind of snag that in. That's a big play. That was nice vision right there, and that's huge to find pay dirt from that spot. They had to find something because it gets more and more demoralizing as you get opportunities like that and you can't capitalize. So for a young quarterback to kind of cash in right there feels good.
So we'll get ready here for the extra point as Hartley comes on to kick. Our score again 20-7. Fredericktown on top, looking to extend that lead to 21. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is no good. So our score on the Extreme Air scoreboard, Fredericktown Freddies 20, Centerburg Trojans 7. You're looking at the Cubbage Electric Plumbing and Construction Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Your family, the car that you bought when you were 18, the house you turned into a home. UIS Insurance and Investments protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. As an independent insurance agency, UIS Insurance and Investments is able to design a custom policy that's unique to you and assures that all things you love are safe and sound. For more information, go to uisprotect.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, trusted advisors for all your insurance needs.
New boyfriend or just friend? LOL or OMG? Call, text, or email. Mom. These days, keeping up with your child can be puzzling. But when it comes to straightening your child's smile, you can rest assured that an orthodontist can solve the puzzle. Only orthodontists have an additional 2 to 3 years of education beyond dental school to become specialists in straightening and aligning teeth. So get it right. See the specialist.
See your local orthodontic specialist, Weigel Orthodontics. Visit Weigel Orthodontics.
We get set here for the kickoff as Fredericktown approaches the ball. Gets a foot into it. Again, a squib kick's going to bounce at about the 30. Be picked up there at about the 30-yard line across the 35, and he'll go down out of bounds in a pile of mud. And it'll be 1st and 10 there for the Trojans.
Manageable position here if you're Centerburg, but you got to find a way to get the offense going here. You got to find a way to not just flake out on this drive. You can't just be a 3 and out. It can't be that quick 4 and out. You got to find a way to get some sustained pressure. Keep that offense out there. Wear this defense down a little bit. And that hill's only getting further. Now you're down 13. You got to find a way to claw back into it a little bit. You don't want to go down by a whole nother possession if you don't have to.
Statue of Liberty. That's what I'm going with. Trick play, Statue of Liberty. Come up with some razzle-dazzle. Hit him with the old Fred Astaire.
Yeah.
And the jazz hand.
Sure. There's a lot going on out there. Boy, this is busy.
That's how you get
If even half this play comes to fruition, man, this is going to be an exciting play.
Shotgun formation. 1 split far right, 3 in a trip bunch near side left. Rings takes a snap. He's going to keep it on himself off that right side, and there was no razzle-dazzle with that.
No.
As he goes down for no gain.
Yeah, that was razzle-less. Yeah, I thought we had something cooking there, but
I was very khaki.
Yeah.
Bland.
Yeah, I agree.
Plain.
Yeah, plain Jane. Hamburger with no ketchup.
2nd down and 9 now as they look over the sideline. And the clock is not in their favor, as you said earlier. You know, you're continuing to click. You're down to about 4.5 minutes here in the third quarter as they finally come set. Shotgun formation, 1 split right, 3 in a trip bunch to the left. As Sewell exits the backfield, it's going to be Rings. He's going to try to catch Harris, and Harris just was not able to get it. And that's one of the things I love the most, when you got a giant target, about 6'4", and you throw it at his feet.
Yeah, you're looking for those extendo arms to get down there. And with some of the catches that he's made, though, from what we've seen this year, you know he's capable of it. But if you're the quarterback there, just
help him out a little bit. Yes,
get that into that sweet spot and allow him to make a play after the catch.
Help me, help you. Shotgun formation again. Sewell exits the backfield as he goes out to the far side left. He's going to look downfield as Rings. He's got a man there and incomplete. And there it is. As he was looking for Tursk on a fly right down the middle. The defender got his arm around there to break it up. The official said that looks like the tango, and I'm going to have to call you for a pass interference.
Yeah, you could see his hand on that flag before that play even finished. He knew what he was expecting to see, and it ended up happening. There's no doubt right there that was pass interference, but that's a big penalty.
Huge penalty. That is a huge penalty, and that is another break again for Centerburg. And at some point, they've got to take advantage of these. They've had a couple opportunities like these where they've had a drive that's kind of sputtering, stalling out like it's a Yugo.
Yep.
And then they get these breaks. You know, you get the nice little carburetor cleaned out. It takes off, runs you downfield.
Yeah.
But can they keep it going? And that's been the theme all night long, as you said, consistency. It has not been there. Shotgun formation, one far side right, two the near side left. As Rings takes the snap, turns, hands it off. It's going to be a dive off that right side, and he'll get across the 45, and he'll fall forward to about the 42-yard line. And that was a nice gain on first down.
Yeah, and again, that consistency is something you looked for all game here because, the score's 20-7. Centerburg's absolutely still in this game. You can't for a second think that Fredericktown's got this sealed up, but that 7 didn't come from their offense. That was a special team score, and so this offense is still looking for their first points of the game. So that consistency is something that they desperately need, and it's got to come on this drive in some form or another.
Shotgun formation again, one far right, two the near side left. As LeMasters is in the backfield, he's going to get the handoff from Rings. He's got a huge hole down inside the 40 up to the 35, and he's going to take a couple Freddies for a ride. And he'll go down right about the 45, 46-yard line, a first down.
It's a nice run there by LeMaster, getting some yardage, getting some positive yardage, and seeing some life from this offense that you really haven't seen. Yeah, that penalty helped and kind of got things rolling a little bit, but you're seeing some life.
Shotgun formation again. Rings this time fakes the handoff, tries to make a cut, and there he's right in the middle of the field, and that's where the dirt and the grime and the mud and the guck get in the tires. You start spinning, you start sliding, and he lost probably about 5 yards in that.
It looked like somebody stuck a little, little piece of wood in the spokes of that tire. He almost had a flat one right there. That was tricky. It looked like he was trying to make a move. That back leg kind of stretched out a little bit, and I was worried when he got hit right there that he was going to go down awkward, but he looks like he's all right.
Look on set again, shotgun formation, one right, two the near side left. LeMasters on the right-hand hip of Rings, fakes the handoff to him. He tries to get Harris on the outside. This time he hits him in the hands, and he's got it. Nice spin move, makes two men miss. Fred Astaire would be proud of those moves, folks, as he's down inside to the 20-yard line. And that was two beautiful spin moves, out-of-arm tackles on that far side. He is electric when he gets the ball in his hand.
And that's like you said, help me help you. Get that ball in my hands, and I'll make a play for you. And he's lightning in a bottle when he catches it, man. He's got opportunities to move, and he's got opportunities to break, but you got to get it there to him. That was a nice connection and a big play.
So again, shotgun formation. It's going to be the standard two left, one to the far right. Man in motion from right to left, and we've got a flag, and we've got an offsides on the defense.
So now you're seeing this pressure maybe affecting Fredericktown a little bit. You can kind of see them getting pushed back a little bit, maybe a little bit of fatigue kind of setting in. This is the first time really that this defense has been on a prolonged drive and had to, make repetitive sets of downs here.
So Q Queen under pressure, here we go. Shotgun formation. Two left, one near side right as a man in motion from right to left. Rings takes a snap. He's going to pitch it to LeMasters on that sweep on the left side. He's got blockers. He's got flags. He's into the end zone. But I got a feeling we got a hold. That's going to be a hold, and that's going to negate that play. That was a great design play, a great run. But unfortunately, somebody got caught with their hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, trying to get a little extra gap there for him to run through, and maybe he didn't even need it. But that's a heartbreaking penalty right there for Centerburg because you finally found pay dirt. You finally crossed that end zone on the offense, and it gets taken right back from you. Still, though, you got momentum on this drive. You've still been looking good on this drive. You got to continue that. You got to go with more of the same.
So that's going to be cash in. They're going to march that back. Where did they start? About the 15-yard line there, just shy of the 15. So it's going to be all the way back across the 20 to the 23.5-yard line. Yeah, that's where we're going to go. First down now for the Trojans. As it's shotgun formation, 3 left, 1 far side right. As LeMaster's in the backfield on the left-hand side, as Rings takes the snap, turns, hands it off. LeMaster's makes a man miss. He said, I'll try it again. This time he gets down to the 15, but there he gets wrapped up. Nice open field tackle by Bellman, and that'll be good second down.
And maybe they've found their groove here a little bit with this, kind of same play a few times in a row right here, but they're finding some success with it. They're finding a way to move the ball downfield. Only thing that's going to kind of work against them here a little bit is that this is working the clock down. They are burning the candle at both ends a little bit right here, but as long as you find pay dirt, you should be good.
Shotgun formation, 3 left, 1 far side right. As LeMaster's in the backfield, gets the handoff again. This time he's got all types of red shirts in front of him, and he goes nowhere. As he'll he's going to lose a yard on that one, and he'll make it now third down.
Yeah, there was a sea of red right there the second he touched the ball. Not much room to move right there.
So it's going to be third down now. We got a minute 20 to go. It is 20-7 on the Extreme Air scoreboard. Fredericktown on top of Centerburg. And I'll tell you what, there's no sense of urgency whatsoever in Centerburg's approach to this game. As they are just now coming to the line of scrimmage. They've let it probably about 15, 20 seconds roll off that clock. 3 left, 1 far side right. Now it's going to be man in motion and a Sewell from left to right as LeMaster's in the backfield. Rings takes a snap, turns, hands it off. Huge hole down inside the 10, and he gets upended right there. And that should be enough for a first down. It is.
Yep, giving it to him. Yeah, so extend this drive right here. Now, realistically, the idea of scoring in this quarter and heading into the fourth only down by 1 possession, I think that's where you want to be if you're Centerburg, but with the way that these coaches are kind of playing the clock, I don't know. It doesn't seem like that urgency is there. They must feel confident that their offense, if they can cash in on this one, they should be fine.
So to the line of scrimmage they come. Shotgun formation again, this time 3 right, 1 near side left. LeMaster's on the right-hand hip. As Rings takes a snap, turns, hands it off. LeMaster, he's got a big crease. He's only got 1 man to beat out there, and Bellman is it, and Bellman stands him up. And he'll get inside that 5, but a great job there in the open field of making sure he didn't get beat and letting his teammates come help him out. So now you're second and going down to 30 seconds and no movement.
Yeah, it was a nice stand there by Bellman. All 175 pounds of them stood up right there.
Quick, they go. There they are. Now they're moving. Shotgun formation, 2 right, 1 to the left. Rings takes a snap, turns. This time he's going to hand it off, and that looked like an RPO, and Rings just held on way too long.
Yeah, that fell apart quick right there.
So that is going to be probably the end, and that is going to be it. So the end of the third quarter, our score on the Extreme Air scoreboard, Fredericktown Freddy's 20, Centerburg Trojans 7. You're listening to the Coverage Plumbing Construction Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Onyx.com.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488.
If you hear 4, it's not because we're on the golf course. It's because we're in the fourth quarter. And our score here on the Extreme Air scoreboard is Fredericktown Freddy's 20, Centerburg 7. As we get started here in the final 12 minutes of the game, Centerburg with the ball deep inside the Freddy's territory, third and goal at about the 2-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 left, 1 to the near side right. As Rings takes the snap, he's going to roll off that right side. He's going to keep it himself and try to cut it up, and he just ended up losing his footing again. He'll fall inside the 5 down to about the 4 and make it 4th and goal from there.
Couldn't tell. Almost like he might have lost his footing a little bit right there even before that contact, but in a spot right here where it's a big play in this ballgame.
Now, if you had been around before, you will know that I am a big fan of the 12th player on the field, referred to as Johnny Blade of Grass. He is often sometimes known to stick his hands out, trip people up. Well, he is not in the game tonight. His cousin, Matthew Mudd, is here making tackles. So it's going to be shotgun formation again. Man in motion from left to right is Sewell. He's going to turn. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to try to get his receiver there, and he does. Touchdown, Centerburg.
I don't care if it's Timmy Blade of Grass, if it's Matthew Mudd, or if it's the Turf Monster. He wasn't getting stopped right there. He was going in, and that's a big-time play. It's the first time this offense has been able to taste success tonight on the scoreboard. And just like that, it breathes new life into this Centerburg team as we get this fourth quarter started.
Makes the score on the Extreme Era scoreboard. Fredericktown Freddy's 20, Centerburg 13, as the Masters comes out and lines up for the extra point. Rings will do the holding. The ball is back, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So our score is 21-14, Fredericktown on top of Centerburg. You're listening to the Cubbage Electric Plumbing Instruction Friday Night Lights on WNBO.
Alumni Roofing is a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. Located in Lexington, Ohio, providing service to much of north central Ohio, including the greater metropolitan areas of Columbus, Cleveland, and Akron. Preventive maintenance program, roof health assessment, storm damage assessment, roof replacement, roof restoration, and more. Call 419-884-9715 and mention this ad to receive a free thermal scan and a full roof health assessment. Alumni Roofing would like to give a shout-out.
You couldn't ask for more if you were a senior. You really couldn't. You're in the battle all night long. You got 11-12 to go on the scoreboard. You got 20-14 as the score. So if you're Centerburg, you're not out of it. Your offense finally found the promised land. Your defense has been amazing all night long.
Yeah, outstanding.
Fredericktown has had flashes, but a lack of consistency, which has plagued both sides of the teams.
Sure.
And we'll see now here what they're able to do as the Masters gets the ball teed up at the 40-yard line as they get ready to kick off. Approaches it, gets a nice end-over-end kick driven deep. Is going to be taken inside the 5. It's going to keep rolling. It's going to go into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. And that was a wise decision there by the young man for Fredericktown, not risking it.
Yeah, it was a nice play there, man. That thing barely made it in, but it was a good call by him for sure. And now if you're that Fredericktown offense, you got to find a way to drive back down this field and see if you can answer on that Centerburg touchdown.
I think you're going to see a heavy diet of run.
Yeah.
You definitely want to make sure that clock continues to roll, do the best you can to keep it from stopping.
Absolutely.
Don't want to shy away from passing. You've had success there, but you want to make sure that this ball stays in some ground attack, keeps that clock going. So they're going to be in a shotgun formation, one split far side right to the near side left. Now Bellman in motion from left to right. He's going to get it on that jet sweep. He's got to crease out across the 15 to the 20, and the pile will keep getting pushed there for a little bit longer before they finally blow it dead. And it'll be a gain of about 3.
Yeah, if Fredericktown could find a way to kind of emulate that first drive of the game that they had, where they burnt what felt like 10 minutes of that first quarter, drive down the field. There was some penalties that kind of went against them. There was some penalties against Centerburg. But if they could find a way to repeat that success, and really what that success was, like you were saying, was, a few breakaway plays, but for the most part, ground and pound.
I formation this time now. Sipes under center, turns, hands it off. It's going to be a fullback dive right up the middle. He's got nothing but room as he's going to keep his feet turning out across the 30, up to the 35. He's punching bus tickets as he's taking all types of Trojans for a ride. And finally he's going to go down. And they're going to have to be careful because they let that go a lot longer than you normally see. And that's how you end up with some injuries. As one of the players for Centerburg slow to get up.
Yeah, he started carrying so many people with him, it almost looked like an Uber Premium. That looked like an expensive ride right there, but it almost went on a little bit too long. We got to the destination and almost forgot to get out.
Hey, it was a heck of a ride. I mean,
Yeah.
when you have a great driver, sometimes you just forget, maybe have some good tunes kicking.
Sure.
I'm sure if Gary was there, he would have requested something like Taylor Swift,
Nothing wrong with that.
But maybe Brittany. Who knows? It's could be an in-sync kind of day. So anyways, it's going to be a shotgun formation again. He's going to have 3 split out far side right, 1 to the near side left. As in the backfield with him will be Roush as he moves over to the right-hand side. Sipes takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage as that play looked like it was just broken from the beginning.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was much there. Almost just got kind of shoved into that line to kind of see if you can at least kind of maintain that. I ended up giving him a gain of 2 yards right there, so honestly, best case scenario for what that play kind of looked like.
Yeah, I mean, it really is kind of like some third grade art. Like you got an idea what it was supposed to look like, but the execution overall really just wasn't crisp. So shotgun formation again, as it's going to be a snap to Sipe, and he's going to keep it himself, try to go up that middle, and again, he got nowhere to go,
as this is right back into that muddy area where nothing seems to work on either side of the ball offensively.
Yeah, it seems like a little pit of doom over there or something like that. It's where plays go to die, is in that little 20 yards worth of space right over there. And it seems like whether you're Centerburg, whether you're Fredericktown, Centerbury, whoever it may be that's playing tonight, they can't get anything going over there.
The pit of despair. Shotgun formation, 3 split out far side right, 1 near side left. Sipes takes a snap, drops back, he's looking, he's got time, he's going to sling it across the middle of the field and just overshot his receiver, as he had a wide open receiver coming across the middle and just overshot him by about a yard.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was. I think that was
number 11.
Yeah, I just couldn't get his hands on it, though, was the problem. It seemed like he really wasn't a bad pass, but looks like this drive is going to kind of flail out. Now all of a sudden you have the opportunity for Centerburg to get their offense back out there after, like you said, finally tasting the promised land. See if they're able to kind of respond here and get this game either knotted up or take the lead.
So you're saying there's a chance. Moore's back to punt, and last time he was in this position and went about 8 yards over his head. This time it's a good snap, and he's got his foot into it, but it's going to be a short end-over-end kick, and it will check up right about the 48-yard line like a Jack Nicholson chip. And that's where it will be down, 1st and 10 for the Centerburg Trojans. And neither one of you young kids understood I gave the wrong Jack reference there.
I'm just here for a football game.
Steve's losing his mind on the other side. Jack Nicholson, he doesn't play golf. That's an actor, Kyle. But either way, it is what it is, and it's 1st and 10 for the Centerburg Trojans, and they got themselves in a great position here with 8:54 to go on the clock. You're down by 1 score. You got 51 yards to go, and you're back in the house. Shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the right. As that's going to be a swing pass out to the wide receiver on the far side. I believe that was Roush he was trying to hook up with, and it was just incomplete.
Yeah,
excuse me, that's my fault. That's the Masters.
Yeah, it looked like his hands just a little bit too far off of it right there. He wasn't able to get that pass, like you were kind of mentioning earlier with Harris, just try and get that pass right into the chest, allow him to make that catch and then go with it. It looked like it was a little stray.
Shotgun formation again, 2 left, 2 to the right, 1 in the backfield. As Springs takes a snap, this time he hands it off to LeMasters. He drops his shoulder across the 50. He'll fall forward to about the 47-yard line. And, you know, you might need to find out what Harris uses to wash his uniform. He's been on the ground. He's been in the dirt. He's been in the mud. And the young man's uniform still is glowing out there. It's almost like he's got like a protective sheen all across that, so there's just no mud. He's like the invisible Teflon or something.
I heard of like 2 booths down there talking about turning the lights off and just using him.
Shotgun formation, 3 left, 1 near side right in the form of Harris. Low snap to Rings, turns, hands it off LeMasters on a dive, up across the 45, and he'll push forward to about the 43-yard line, and there it'll be 4th down.
And if you're Centerburg, you don't want to forget what worked for you last time. You know, that last drive, it was a heavy dose of LeMaster up the middle, off the sides a little bit. You don't want to forget that.
So they're looking over the far sideline. They have to find some urgency still. They've got 7 minutes left, but you've also been known on defense to let Fredericktown keep the ball and make long, sustained drives. You can't risk that. Shotgun formation, 2 left, 2 to the near side right. Man in motion is going to be Sewell from left to right. As he's going to take the snap as Rings, turns, hands it off LeMasters, drops his shoulder at the line, and they are right there to keep pushing, and they will drive him back as that is Bellman who answered the call.
Wow, a big-time play by that defense right there to turn away that Centerburg offense. Don't give him an inch. Drive him back. And
what kind of spot is this? Oh, my. Oh, my. Folks, they're going to set the ball. They may call the chains across. We may have a miniature riot about to erupt. I am going to say if you have children within earshot, you may want to cover their ears, because if this is called a 1st down, Fredericktown may explode. I'm just saying. Just putting that out there. Yeah, it's.
I think they'll be fine.
Gary is wanting to lock the booth. He is scared now in the corner. It's going to be interesting to see here what they do. I thought they had them stopped.
Oh, it looked like they were stopped by a mile.
And an update for you,
Okay.
Danville East Knox are tied at 6 heading to overtime. And he is going to be short. So this is going to be first down for the Freddies. And I tell you what, that's a relief for all the safety of the officials, because this place would have gotten nasty had that one been short. I mean, it was a good 1.5 yards, almost 2 yards shy of that chain marker. Had they said that was, yeah. Anyway, so all good there. The rain continues to fall in the chaos. If you did not hear me say, it is 6-6, East Knox Danville going into overtime. And we are looking here at a 20-14 score. Fredericktown on top, trying to hold on to the ball and the lead as he's going to turn, and Sipes hands it off. And as the running back, I believe that was Bellman, came right to the line, it was almost like watching somebody run across ice as he just slid forward.
Yeah.
And was unceremoniously dumped into the mud.
Yeah, not much space there for him to move. Just kind of slid in there like
a glove?
Yeah, slid in there like Gary's gloves that he's got on right there, and was able to kind of snug himself into that line. Didn't get much else.
So this time again, shotgun formation, 3-split far side right. As Sipes takes the snap, drops back, he looks. We got laundry, we got a tipped football, we got an incomplete pass, we got more laundry. I almost like they compete. Who can throw the flag further and more accurately? So we'll see here now as they're talking, and it is going to be a hold, and that is going to be on Fredericktown.
I may have lost track, but I have that down as the 237th hold of the night.
Ooh, sorry, 236. Oh, 236 was the number we were looking for.
I missed it.
Yes, well, it's going to be a climb. So they're going to take the result of the play, and they're going to actually, that's a kind of a smart move.
Yeah.
They didn't get a whole lot of gain on that play. It's going to now be third down and about 14.
Yeah, it's the right call right there for sure. And again, you got to factor in that you're in that part of the field right there where it's been proven it's tough to make plays right there. So that 3rd and 13, in all honesty, probably feels close to 3rd and 20.
So shotgun formation, 2-split far side right, 1 near side left. As Sipes comes set in the formation, keeps it himself. He's going to keep it on the quarterback keep. He's got a crease there. He's got a foot race. It's the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Freddies.
What a run. Wow.
Backbreaker. That is an absolute backbreaker, as they looked like they had them stopped back there in the mud. They had them dead to rights. And somehow he does a great job of keeping his balance on that initial cut out of the backfield, and then it was just a foot race. And you were right. I mean, that young man has got just explosive speed.
Yeah, that is a dagger by Sipes right there. What a run. And I think you got to keep reminding yourself, too, he's a sophomore. The Freddies got 2 more years of this young man, and you know he's only going to get better. So the future for the Freddies is exciting right now.
You'll be wearing your sunglasses around here a lot for the bright future, as it's going to be a shotgun formation. They're going for 2. 3 spread right, 1 near side left. It's going to be a quick slant to his wide receiver on that left side and incomplete. So our score is Fredericktown Freddies 26, Centerburg Trojans 14 on the Extreme Air scoreboard. You're listening to Cubbage Plumbing and Construction, Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Out to the Fredericktown High School. Cunningham Insurance in Mount Vernon on Worcester Road deals with autos, renters, farms, small contractors, motorcycles, boats, and small businesses.
Wait, did you say farmers and small contractors?
Yes, Cunningham Insurance covers it all. Contact an agent now by calling 740-397-7038 and visit online at CunninghamInsuranceLTD.com. Cunningham Insurance covers it all. 740-397-7038, your Grange independent agent.
Howard Hilton Grill, just east of Apple Valley on Coshocton Road, has a casual, cozy atmosphere, offering comfort food and good times. Open daily from 10 in the morning to 1 a.m., now adding Sunday morning breakfast at 8 a.m. The Howard Hilton also recently added on an outdoor tiki bar seating patio option with big screen TV. Stop by and enjoy great tastes like the Hilton Burger or enjoy Taco Tuesdays at the Howard Hilton in Howard. That's the Howard Hilton, 740-599-2337.
We get set for the kickoff here, as our score is Fredericktown 26, Centerburg 14, with 6:32 to go here in the fourth quarter. And this is going to be a key possession for the Trojans, as they have to answer that score. Squib kicks, going to bounce it about the 30, be taken there by the up man as he's going to try to get to the middle of the field with it and gets tracked down from behind as Bellman did a good job there in pursuit.
So now if you're Centerburg, you got the ball, the 30-yard line, and I feel like the last drive or two for Centerburg, I haven't seen the urgency that I expected to see, and maybe they're going to feel a little bit of the effects of that now. You only have 6:26 left to go, and you need 2 scores to get back into this thing. And so you can't have that same lackadaisical demeanor when you're going out here right now. You got to get plays. You got to have them drawn up. Maybe have 2 or 3 of them drawn up in a row. Can't have too many huddles and stuff like that. You got to get those plays out there, and you got to drive this field quick as Mr. Clean, number 14, runs back out here onto the field.
Shotgun formation. 3 split far side left, 1 to the near side here right. As Rings looks over to the sideline to confirm the play call. LeMaster's in the backfield on his left-hand hip. He's going to go in motion out of that backfield. He'll pump fake it to him. Now he's going to set up. He's got plenty of time. He's writing a novel. He's on to the second verses. And finally he's got a receiver there over the middle, and that's Sewell at the 50. And that is a first down, as that was a great job not only of protection, but a great job by Rings of getting out of that pocket, being patient, and finding Sewell.
Yeah, he sat down, wrote a novel, had some dinner, made some tea. He had Harris out there who was, I think, doing jumping jacks at one point, trying to show that he was open, and he still ended up finding another option in Sewell, and that's a big play to get this drive started.
Well, he probably couldn't see him.
That's true.
That's probably what it was. You know,
yeah, he blends in.
It's hard to see that uniform in this stage of the game. Shotgun formation as they're going to have, what are we doing? We have gone back behind the 50-yard line. Now we're on the other side of the field. Okay, so it is going to be in Fredericktown territory as we come set. Empty backfield. The Master's going to go in motion. He's going to get it. Nope, fake it to him on the jet sweep. His Rings keeps it himself right up the middle, and there it is, my friends. Laundry is back on the field.
Could it be holding?
I don't know. It is. It is holding.
Look at that.
Look at you. Attaboy.
It was just a guess.
Yeah, you know, you've been around the game now for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And you're learning things. You're learning yourself some stuff. And the holding signal has been something you've been focusing heavy on today.
Oh, heavy. Yeah. A lot of studying on that going on today.
A lot of repetition.
Yeah.
A lot of repetition. And what I like about the head official is there is no doubt what hand signals he's giving you.
Oh, no.
There is a lot of passion in the way he gives you the said hand signals. So it's going to be empty backfield this time, as now it's going to be LeMaster's in motion from right to left. Rings is going to take it. He's going to roll that way, and he's going to throw it to the wrong man as he was trying to hook up with, I believe, Kursk on the far sideline, and he did not see the defender right underneath him.
Yeah, you can see his eyes looking downfield to where his target was and not to where that guy was at. And that's an unforced error right there, trying to make a big play out of something where, yeah, time's running down for sure, but that was one of those probably just had tunnel vision to his receiver and really didn't see him coming out of nowhere.
You know, you feel bad for the young man. Rings has had a lot of chances and opportunities in those situations. Obviously, being the quarterback, he's trying to keep this team in the game, trying to ride it, but he has just had an unfavorable night in terms of costly turnovers, as that's now his 3rd in the game. Sipes is going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off, and it's going to be a dive right up the middle. So he'll get down inside the 45 to about the 44-yard line, and he'll make it 2nd down there.
And if you're Fredericktown right here, you have one thing on your mind. You are running that ball. You are burning that clock. You know it's a 2-possession game. And so you want to run that clock down to where it's all but impossible for Centerburg to even have a chance, even if they do get the ball back. But if you're Fredericktown right here, you want to just try and run it out. And their offense that they've played tonight works perfectly into this style of play. Sipes has been phenomenal running the ball tonight. He's been held up at times, but he's managed to break free. He's managed to make some big plays.
Shotgun formation. 3 split far side left. As he's going to take the snap, fake the handoff, keep it himself. Again, a dive right up the middle. He makes the man miss across the 40, and he'll go down inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line, and another first down.
Another first down, an opportunity to keep burning some clock.
And this just in. Danville has maintained their undefeated record and has gone on to win in overtime 14-6 against East Knox and take home the KMAC championship. So congratulations to all those young kids from Danville on a wonderful season, as we've had an opportunity to see them multiple times, and they are a very powerful team coming out of the KMAC.
Yeah, as far as the KMAC goes, they're kind of your hope in the playoffs that you want to see, and you want to kind of root for them as they're going down if you're a fan of the KMAC in general. But just keep an eye out here. Sipes is off the field.
So it's going to be I formation. Under center they go. Turns, hands off. It's Bellman. He's going to hand it off to Roush. And, well, there was nothing open on that one as he gets nailed at the 40-yard line, a loss of 4.
Yeah, that was a big hit right there. He wasn't able to gain much of anything on that and lost a few right there. And, again, even with Sipes not on the field, the game plan right here hasn't changed any. You want to run this ball, you want to burn that clock. And there you go, Sipes heading back out there. Seems like he shook it off. Wasn't going to let this last game of the season go out like that.
As he's holding his shoulder. He definitely took a hard hit on that one, but that is one of the risks you take as a quarterback running, especially in a night like tonight as the rain is picked back up. And you have less chance to maintain your balance. You're losing your balance. You fall awkwardly, things of that nature, and that can happen. So shotgun formation, 1 far right, 3 to the near side left. Sipes takes it. He's going to be going on the sweep to the left, and there comes that laundry, as it was more than 2 plays since we'd seen those beautiful yellow flags.
Could yellow be his favorite color?
Could be. I apologize. It was 14-12, not 14-6 was the final score.
Okay.
It could definitely be. I mean, it's being displayed a lot.
Yeah.
I want to say this has got to be probably about the 13th, 14th penalty we've seen. And that is going to be a holding call again on the Freddies. And again, Centerburg will decline that to bring up 3rd down now and about 14. Well, we'll call 15. We got 3:53 to go on the clock. 26-14 is the score on the Extreme Air LLC scoreboard as we are here in the 4th quarter of week number 10 high school action. So the play comes in from the sidelines as they break the huddle into a shotgun formation. He'll send 1 near side left, 3 to the far side right. And he will keep Roush in the backfield with him on his right-hand hip. Takes a snap, fakes it, drops back. He's going to keep it. It's going to go off that left side. Stutter step, makes a man miss. Guess what's on the field? And he's going to go down at about the 43-yard line. But guess what we got, Austin?
Could it be a flag?
It could be. Could definitely be. Or due to the tropical weather.
Right.
It could be some beautiful new tropical jungle flower growing.
I was thinking that the tropical monsoon that we have out here actually blew the flag out of his pocket. It was an accident.
Oh, accident. Oh,
it was an error. It was the first error of the night by the refs.
No, that is not the case. So it is a holding call. And once again, it will be declined. And we are going to have a timeout, Centerburg. So we're going to step out too. You're listening to the Cubbage Plumbing Construction Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Extreme Air LLC is your Carrier HVAC dealer. With financing available and testimonials on the website, you can see why Extreme Air is exactly that, extreme. Servicing, installing, and repairing all makes and models to give you the heat and cool you deserve. Servicing good old Knox County and surrounding communities. Check them out online at extremeairllc.com. That's the letter X, extremeairllc.com. 740-403-1901, where service is not a business, it's a lifestyle.
Miller Electrical Solutions is your local electrical service provider for residential, commercial, and industrial needs. Did you know they also provide home service upgrades as well as surveillance cameras for both personal and commercial customers? For your free estimate or for true 24/7 service, call 740-504-2004. That's Miller Electrical Solutions, providing Knox and surrounding counties with electrical professionalism.
As the rain continues to come, so does the offense for Fredericktown. 4th down to go, 14, and again, another little pooch kit by Sipe, as this time he gets it inside that 20. It's going to roll down to the 10, and that is exactly what they want, as they're going to take it there, 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
Put Centerburg in a position right here where you really got to try and find some magic, pull that rabbit out of the hat if you can. You 3 minutes, 15 seconds left, and you're down by 2 scores. So can't be any sort of lackadaisical plays going on right here. It's got to be, back to back. Can't be wasting any time right here.
So the razzle dazzle really needs to show up at this point. That's what I'm getting.
We are in desperate need of maximum razzle.
All right, maximum razzle, maximum dazzle. We'll see what they come with as they come off the sideline huddle right up to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation. I'll have 3 split far side left, 2 to the near side right. Rings alone in the backfield as he looks over the defense. Low snap, takes it, drops back. He's got time. He's going to throw it over the middle, and he was trying to hook up with Sewell right about the 20-yard line. Unfortunately, he threw it for a receiver who is 7'11", and Sewell is 5'10".
Yeah, maybe next. There's a little bit of a growth spurt. That was a little high. Airmailed it slightly, but you can understand. You can understand where that kind of misfire comes from, though. There's probably a lot of adrenaline in that last little bit. You're trying to see if you can finish the season on a high note. You feel in a desperate need right here for a big play.
Empty backfield again for Rings as he takes a low snap. Now this time pressure comes. He tries to avoid it, and he goes down. As it was, looks like Gavin Toombs along with a couple other teammates in there, and he'll go down at the 5-yard line to make it 3rd down and 15.
And as bad as it is to lose the yardage, to lose the down right there, it's almost as devastating. That clock just keeps cooking away. If you could almost thrown that ball out, done something. But didn't really have much time to think back there, and now you're in absolute desperation mode.
Little hook and ladder. Little triple reverse.
They tried the razzle. It didn't work. Is the dazzle there?
It could be. Sometimes the dazzle's a little better than razzle as he's got an empty backfield again. Sewell in motion from right to left. Fakes it to him on the jet sweep. He's looking for his wide receiver and
maybe tipped off the line?
Something had to have happened because Tursk was at the 22 and the ball fell at the 12.
Yeah. It looked like somebody got the ball tipped right there. So.
And now you're in 4th down, and now you got a hard question to ask. You got 2:20. So not a lot of time, but it still is technically enough time. And if you go for it here on 4th down, do not get this. You're going to give the ball over to the Freddies 1st and goal at their own 5.
Sure.
But if you try to punt it, and they don't know what they're going to do, so they're going to talk about it. We're going to step away, too. You're listening to the Cubbage Electric Plumbing Instruction Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Hi, I'm Jen Foray from Starting Point, a place where teens, young adults, and parents looking for a place to belong can come to experience caring, non-judgmental support. We offer free personalized education, counseling, STI, STD testing and treatment, along with mentoring for healthy relationships and unexpected pregnancy. All programs and services are completely free, with no income restrictions or requirements and no insurance required. Visit knoxstartingpoint.com because Starting Point is here for everyone.
Well, if you were looking for beautiful weather, Austin delivered it tonight, I tell you that. I mean, you're looking at 47, a light rain that is just incessant, never stops, driving wind from left to right or north to south or east to west. I'm not quite sure. I don't have my compass. Either way, brilliant Ohio weather. Empty backfield for Rings on this big 4th down. Drops back. He's looking deep. He's going for Harris, and incomplete, as it was just beyond his outstretched arms. And that was almost felt kind of like the season there for Centerburg.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can hear Europe marching in the background as the final countdown rings. That was most likely the end of the season there. If you're Centerburg, you're really trying to need something. Man, you were within a yard or so of Harris making that catch right there. You could see every bit of that play with how white that jersey was, and it just missed it slightly. So that's
seriously, yeah. I'm not saying he's not playing. I mean, because the kid has been all over the place. I don't know how he keeps it so white. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
It's a handoff. It's going to be Roush diving off that right side, and the officials will say he is not. He is. They are going to say he is in the end zone, and that is a touchdown for the Freddies. That was, well, what are we doing here? Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, we're going to have a conference in the middle of the field. They need to have a discussion about this.
I think we changed our mind.
We may have changed our mind. It's a possibility that our mind needed changed. It could also be a possibility that one of them is worried they may have left their windows down, which would be absolutely devastating had you left your windows down tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a cold, wet ride home, my friend.
Yeah, that would suck if you were that guy.
Don't be that guy. Yeah, let's not be that guy.
No.
All right, so finally, after this conversation, they're going to say he did not get in, and it is going to be a 2nd down from the 2-yard line.
So you get another attempt here if you're the Freddies to try and cash in on this incredible field position.
So Sipes will be under center I formation, one split far side right, one near side left. As Bellman will be the deep man in the I. Turns, hands it off. It's going to be Roush off that right side, and again, we will see here, it does not look like he was able to get in as he tried to roll, and he was not. So it'll be 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, nice stand there by Centerburg. I think the nice thing to see with that is that it's clear these kids haven't quit. They know this is their last football game. They're gonna finish this one out with their heart on their sleeve, and they're gonna make sure that they, at the very minimum, try and preserve this 26-14 loss. You know, not let it get any further into the hole if they don't have to.
I formation again, as Bellman is the deep man on the I. Sipes comes set as he looks at the game clock, and he's going to let it tick down. Turns, takes a snap. He's going to try to push it himself, and again, he's not able to get in.
Yeah, it looked like he lost a couple of yards on that one, and so now you're going to find yourself in probably like a 4th and 3, 4th and 4, something like that.
4th and goal. And it looks like they stayed generous and gave him back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be at the 2-yard line.
Okay.
And the clock continues to roll. We're down to 40 seconds on the game clock as that's Toombs taking the play in from the sideline. And he delivers it to his teammates as they break out of the huddle. Under center he goes, turns, hands it off, and it's going to be Roush this time. Touchdown, Freddies.
That touchdown that they thought they got about 45 seconds ago ends up cashing in, and 32-14 now if you're the Freddies. And this home crowd's endured a lot tonight sitting here through all this weather, but they get to leave on a high note, and they get to be happy with the way that their season ended. You know, might not have been what they were aiming for at the start of the year, but it's always nice to end on that high note. Sights definitely towards the future if you're a Fredericktown Freddy fan as well.
Indeed. He has had a brilliant game tonight. Has showed great athleticism. As that pushes the score on the Extreme Air scoreboard, 32-14, Freddy's on top. As Sipes gets under center again, turns. He's going to fake the handoff, and it was a miscommunication. And that is going to be an unsuccessful 2-point conversion, which will make our score 32-14 with 20.3 seconds to go here in the ball game.
So it's going to be a rough bus ride home if you're Centerburg. You know, you came into this game, you wanted to end this season on a strong note. If you were Rings, you hadn't lost to this Fredericktown team yet this year, or yet in your career. And so you really wanted to end with that same mindset and that same kind of stat and that same record. But, you know, Fredericktown was able to kind of endure the weather here and kind of endure these tricky circumstances and was able to kind of make the most of it. Really, both defenses did a pretty good job. You know, with Centerburg's defense was put in some tough positions tonight. They held up for the most part.
Yeah, they've done a phenomenal job. And they've, like you said, they've been put in a lot of bad spots where they were deep inside their own territory trying to keep this offense from being able to get into the end zone. And for the most part all night long, they've done a wonderful job in not breaking. And even down here when they were on the 5-yard line, it took them all 4 downs to finally get it in.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get the 2-point conversion in after. So, yeah, Centerburg's defense has played a phenomenal game. Unfortunately, Rings, who's their leader on offense, just had the bad timing of a bad night in his life.
Right.
And it was just, you feel bad for the kid. You knew he was coming in here with high expectations.
Sure.
And unfortunately, the football gods decided to go differently for him this evening. And with the 3 turnovers he's had, it's just really been hard to get out of that hole.
Yeah, and as high as those expectations were, you know, there also puts a lot of weight on your shoulders when you have that going into this game because you feel like, I'm the senior quarterback on this team. I got to kind of lead these guys in here, and I got to do it in hostile territory against plenty of seniors on this Fredericktown team. And so that pressure might have just been something that was a little bit too much to overcome. And this Fredericktown team, they've had their ups and their downs tonight, but don't get me wrong, they came to play as well. I mean, they came into this game with their offense. Both offenses have struggled in this weather, but this Fredericktown offense with Sipes has been able to find a little bit more success. And that's going to end up being the edge. The defenses really, but both did their jobs. It was just the offense of Fredericktown.
So shotgun formation for the Trojans as a snap's taken. Turns, hands it off. Going to be a dive off that left side. He's got a crease out across the 35 up to the 37 as LeMaster's there on the run on the outside for a nice gain on first.
And that will be the end of the game, folks, as the clock continues to roll down. Our final score here is going to be Fredericktown 32, Centerburg 14. You're listening to Cubbage Electric Plumbing and Construction, Friday Night Lights on WNVO.
Financial Services would like to wish the best of luck to all student athletes. It's a privilege to represent your school, and the life lessons will be carried on throughout your career. Please remember to thank your parents, coaches, and all the people behind the scenes that make each sport possible. Spearman Financial Services, financial plans that last a lifetime.
Securities offered through Valmark Securities Incorporated, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Valmark Advisors Incorporated, SEC registered investment advisor. Spearman Financial Services is a separate entity from Valmark Securities Incorporated and Valmark Advisors Incorporated. Past performances cannot guarantee future results. One cannot invest directly in an index. UIS Insurance and Investments protects what you love and provides security when you need it most. They're a full-service independent insurance agency with a hometown attitude dedicated to providing the best coverage and service possible. UIS Insurance and Investments supports area schools and communities with local offices in Northwest and Central Ohio and Southeast Michigan. For more information, go to uisprotect.com, and that's uisprotect.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, trusted advisors for all you.
Our final here, Fredericktown on top of Centerburg as they were able to take home the trophy in the rivalry and extend that win-loss to 11-9 now over the past 20 seasons here in Austin. It was a game that was well played defensively by both sides of the ball, and unfortunately for Centerburg, they just had too many turnovers.
Yeah, it was the turnovers, the penalties. This was a sloppy game. The weather was sloppy. We obviously talked about that plenty, but this was a game that was a battle of really attrition and who could kind of be the last man standing. And tonight it looked like the Freddies kind of brought their A game when you look at the weather and look at the circumstances, and Centerburg just wasn't able to keep up. And so it was it's a tough way for them to go out, but that defense battle, the offense just couldn't get it rolling.
And the seniors for Fredericktown get to go out on a high note. Your last game at home, you're able to get the victory against Centerburg. You're able to get yourself into a winning season in the KMAC. You bring your team as a total up to a 500 season, and that was a great run that they had and a bright future with that young quarterback.
Yeah, it's the perfect way to end the season for them, obviously. Whatever their preseason goals were kind of heading in, probably had playoffs in hope, but didn't end up doing that. But to end on a high note, to end with the win, and to look at the future of what this team has. You watch Sipes running all over the field today, and he's not the only young guy on this team that's got a bright future with them. And so if you're a Freddie fan, you got to be excited for where this team's heading. And what you saw tonight, against a stout defense, they were able to work their magic as best they could, weather permitting.
So that's going to be a wrap to the regular season as we turn the corner and get ready for postseason action, as you will be hearing all the local teams, I'm sure, that are going to be covered around here as we will decide who we're going to go for and where we're coming at you next week. So stay tuned and pay attention for that. So for Gary Conley back turning the dials, I say thank you. Oh, that's Steve Conley. Oh, my goodness, I'm about to get shot as Gary Cooper was working the magic on the camera. Austin Maurice was tickling your eardrums. I was confusing you all night long, folks. So I want to tell you to have a great week. Be excellent to each other, and God bless.